Alright, try it.
Yeah, just fine.
It's not a real job if you're looking to move again.
I feel like
He hasn't got his glasses on.
I think Dave would have seen it better from over there.
No, I couldn't quite see what was at the bottom.
Well, it says halls, not balls.
Oh, that's where I got it wrong.
No, I was seeing if there was someone's name at the bottom. It was the halls. So where's that pinned up at the moment?
That is a notice board in town. Yeah.
It's in the new bar.
Yes.
See.
The bar on the Western Docks. Drake's. Okay, so were there any other fine points you'd like to refresh your memories on from last time before we continue? We're picking up pretty much. You've gone into the temple now for the night.
The guy's named Zalas. The best fighter's called Maram.
So we didn't heal the kid, did we?
Yeah, we're great restoration.
Yeah.
Yeah, great restoration, and
Okay. Maybe just rather me wanted him not to be healed.
oh, yeah, Ross, did we conclude if you're capable of if you have a job suitable of signing off my passport?
We said we'd give it a go because I've got my official title is a change lead, which is it's a lower level managerial.
All right. What the hell? They can just send it out again, can't they? If it doesn't work.
You'll give it a try. You might as well.
I'm not a direct team leader, but I matrix manage these things. Just a posh term of I manage other people. Who report to other people.
All they want to know is if he goes psycho, they're going to start waterboarding you. Yeah.
Yes, waterboard as much as you like.
There's the Drakari leather in you.
Can't remember the tower is.
What's that?
Report to Coram and Paris. I'm not sure how Coram's changed that.
You must have seen it yesterday or the day before.
The day before, yes.
Okay.
In his 30-second trip to town because he had to get back before Laurie punched the shit out of him.
Yeah. I'm going to hurt you. We'll learn a lesson. One hit straight to the face.
Okay. Let's put this out of the way. So, yeah. Anything else you want to cover before you settle down for some nice nap?
The last thing I remember is we beat the base. I dashed off, and we received 2,167 XP, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, whatever I sent you.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I probably
And Darren sent me as well.
To be sure.
Well,
probably would have sent the gremlin out the door just before I go to bed and just make sure Kong is restrained and sleeping.
Yeah, I think you'd said at the end of the session
Yeah.
you go and check. I think Laurie had splayed out his legs on the rope suddenly.
Kind of an animal cruelty, but he's a cruel animal after all.
I was going to say he's a wild beast, and that's just Laurie.
Yeah.
Tough love. That's what it is.
so if we spent the night there now.
You're going in to have your rest now.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
I was just curious as to exactly where we were and
That's
what
what
we
I
were
wanted
doing.
you to say.
See, there are a bunch of things I can say which really up the paranoia. I mean, maybe I'm going to let you have a free
The fact that
full
we've got
rest.
a building, which I'm assuming is
But
representing
for the moment, representing the interior of the
I mean, that's weird.
your thing. I'm sure it might be more spacious than this.
I was wondering what it was, and then when you actually started reminding me of what we did last, I thought, oh yes, I remember what it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is probably a bit bigger than
I would have
It doesn't have to be. I mean, it's,
Well, you just have this as a main room. I presume this has got the toilet facilities and all that sort of stuff. Huh?
unfortunately, it doesn't allow for such amenities. It's a single room.
I suppose just don't invite the poop into the shelter and it
Yeah.
just gets injected automatically
Right,
out
yeah.
the front door.
Not in the corner.
Yeah.
There's
Too late.
a there's a
patch.
single window near the back corner, like an arrow slit.
The poop's
Oh no!
Aim well, guys.
Like an arrow slit.
Well, just gravity like at a weird angle there, so it falls out directional.
I suppose you could make it like that, couldn't he? You know, you come in through the door and then drop straight down.
Yeah. It works. It works.
All right, here we go. Let's get some relaxing music on.
Fight music.
Something
Sa-
by
Satan's
Ramshaw.
arrival.
No, it's
Satan's arrival.
Just white noise in the background.
Okay.
Screech on the soundboard.
So, despite the high altitude, and the chilling temperature, you find yourself your skin wet with perspiration after what just happened. You've come out of it in relatively good shape. Even Corim, who was flung clear across the town, fortunately saved
Oh shit! Yeah.
by.
Oh yeah, you got fucked, didn't you?
Well, unfortunately, a spell leapt in the way there and allowed you to fall slowly. But yeah, that thing threw you quite hard. There was some vomiting involved.
Yeah.
You're only too glad to retreat inside this afterwards. But settling down for the night, is there anything you want to do before you do settle down? Or are we just done?
Who's injured? Looking around.
But you're about to get 8 hours rest. Why would you need to heal?
No, I
No, of course,
Oh, no,
of course you
you
would.
would.
You totally would.
I definitely would. So,
My D&D Beyond.
looking at Corim. Oh, look, I can see Corim's numbers. You're maxed out. How's everyone else looking?
I'm fine.
I feel night's rest now.
Oh my god.
Alright. That was fun.
I've not seen a giant like that before.
I'm guessing that's what the locals say not to stay out for. That was something new, wasn't it?
I wonder if there was if there's any more of those creatures. Probably worth broaching the subject.
Well, they might want revenge.
Well, why would they just come at night and not have their run of the town
Maybe
at any time?
maybe something's bigger is pushing them away at night. They're the medium creature. What's bigger than them? But speculation.
Maybe the dragon hunts them because it's bigger food.
Yes.
So they come out at night and hide in the day, maybe?
Who knows? Maybe easier pickings, pick people up when they're sleeping through the windows. Oh, I'm not asking one. I could ask one. I don't know giant though. I could know giant. Have I got tongues ready? Don't think I am. No, not on this day.
They will still be here in the morning, why not?
I feel very uncomfortable about their corpses lying there all night. Not only will it attract vermin and disease, but Gar would not have wanted it to be this way.
What's
Oh,
a giant's burial means? What should we be doing?
When I asked, he said they burn the dead here.
Well, if that is what they do, then that is what they do. Their soul will end up with Gar at the end of the day.
Exactly.
You know what burning hair smells like? Imagine having that coming through your windows when you're trying to sleep. It's like what? 12 at night. Don't wake up the damn town.
As if our fight may not have broken the town.
And the burning hair stands longer. Stays. But no, I'm all up for burning some corpses.
Good man. Gar would want it to be this way.
How do you propose we burn them? There is no wood. There is nothing to build a pyre from. We would need to take them down to the bottom where the horses and Kong are. I'm sure that you remember the trip up was adventurous for the most of you.
Well, they're quite fat enough, they'll float.
Yes, allow the river to do the work.
You kick them in the river.
Respectfully.
So drag them onto the bridge and throw them over the bridge down the waterfall.
But someone must collect them at the other end. They cannot be allowed to float out into the sea.
Outside,
Who do you propose does the dragging and catching?
Of course I'd volunteer myself, but the strength is perhaps
I
beyond
could
my
turn you into something much stronger, Malamir, but I'm sure you'll be needing more for the services required afterwards and the prayers to Car.
Indeed.
Well, you can just do a prayer to Darius. I mean, you can turn me into something if you need some heavy lifting doing. Sounds, or you could turn Laurie into something and do some heavy lifting. I'm sure he'll love that.
I'm not sure he would be as gentle as needed to be with the corpses. As great as Laurie is.
Very nice, Darius.
No, Laurie is sleeping already.
Yeah, if you want me to transform and walk out.
I would suggest you're out rather than in. I don't think you'd fit through the door.
Okay. Yeah, just go quickly do some housekeeping. I'll start walking towards the door.
So the idea is we're going to send him to the bottom.
Is he still going to have the intelligence that he has when transformed? I would not want to be dealing with a second.
I'll turn him into the most
giant
intelligent thing I can.
I'm quite intelligent, actually, surprisingly. I'm a 14, I don't act like it.
Yeah, that's going to be hard.
Get me a giant monkey.
I would help, but it's not a good idea that I connect them at the bottom based on previous experience.
We've also got to get people to the bottom.
Yeah, I could try out people down, but if we actually getting them out of the water, I'll just end up in the water, I think.
We're here, aren't we?
Yeah, we're in that
Yes.
space. I could turn someone into a very large fish, which would quite easily take them all in the mouth and take them down in that.
Do it. How often do you get a chance to be a large fish?
We still
Hey,
need to
Ryan
transport
Old's
the
just
bodies to
Morgan's.
the river. Perhaps friend Gartok would use his mighty strength to move these
You wish me to grab bodies and just hurl them across the river?
into a fish's mouth, I believe, is the plan.
I mean, Gartok's strong, but they're like over 10 times the weight of him. I
Well,
mean,
Well, we can
Drag them.
all drag the bodies over and turn someone into a large fish. The large fish then goes hopefully down the waterfall without breaking the bridge.
I
They do
agree
have
with burning the
a
bodies,
net on
but
the
not
bridge.
throwing them in
It's
the
going
river.
to catch this fish.
well,
You
yeah.
don't want to break their nets.
We burn them where they are, we chuck them in the river, and
I think chucking them in the river might not be the best option. Think possibly a burning, and can't you say some rites and then just burn them in the morning?
That would no doubt please our Lord and Saviour. However, the smell and the vermin I can do little about.
You can turn two people into apes. One can remain at the top, one can remain at the bottom.
Yeet.
Just push them over. We can all help get them to the bridge. I'm sure between Gartok and one ape they can get them up and over. The rest of us at the bottom. One is another 8 for the strength. The other idea would be a giant sperm whale, which would probably break the bridge.
Alright, let's go with ape idea. Come on then. Just like walking towards the door.
Who wants to volunteer to be at the bottom?
I can
Roll these.
do it.
Do we want?
As an ape.
As an ape.
We go bomb.
Okay.
Alright.
So lower one goes by,
Yeah.
higher one goes by.
That's it. 17.
2.
You're my bottom bitch.
Yeah. Right. Am I going to be an ape up here first? My
God
turn.
will be pleased with your work.
With my ape work. Alright.
Okay. So I'm going to use polymorph with twin spell
Okay.
and turn, well, when we're out of the temple,
Mhm.
turn Harbinger and Reinhold into giant apes.
Brilliant. Okay.
Just talking about this, it's been a long time since I've used polymorph.
Giant ape.
We have another one. I'll grab it in 2 seconds.
Yeah. 157 hit points.
So we're gonna have recreating King Kong.
But with 2 Kongs.
3 Kongs. We've got one tied up.
King and Queen. Queen Kong.
We've got H Kong at the bottom.
I would like to be Empress Kong.
You have a little bow, and you be Diddy Kong.
Diddy Kong.
I'll be Donkey.
So there's
So how big are?
They're huge, so they're 9 squares.
Dramos finishes his spell. Reinhold and Harbinger's forms stretch and bulge, her armour disappearing, but if its fur sprouts out of it, muscles bulge and expand to colossal size. Just outside the door, I presume.
Yeah, multiple 11.
Oh, Damas! This may have been a mistake!
It is alright, Mal. He remembers who his friends are.
But that's
Yes.
it. His intellect
Yeah,
is
his
that
friends.
innate.
That's what I'm worried about.
It's always been on the fence about you.
Well, it would seem you have this all under control. I think I shall retire for the evening.
I'm going to go up to the first body.
Grab hold of it, yeah. Make an athletics check. There's a huge amount of bulk to these things.
Plus 6. 17?
No, that's fine. So even with your prodigious strength, you struggle to pick it off the ground, but you can drag it along the floors. It turns around ragdoll-like, one arm draping behind and a leg pulling as you dragging it through the street at night. So moonlight beams down onto this town, which is caught in a alleyway between mountains up on either side. You can hear the roar of the waterfall pouring behind you. The river runs through this. The water crashes down behind, booming up into here. There's a spray of mist still in the air at the edge of the town you can see. But the moonlight casts down, and those of you looking just see this gigantic ape figure stalking through the moonlit streets, dragging behind a body. This is why the locals don't go out at night.
I'll bound in front of Ronald Ape, and then I'll get to the steps
Okay.
and
Daintily walk down.
Fall down.
and then
Yeah.
So the plan is, you're here. Where are you taking these bodies?
I have no body.
I'm going to the river here,
Going
to
right,
this corner here.
this here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh dear.
I'll start directing Reinhold. No, Reinhold. This way and direct him onto the bridge.
Brilliant. Make an intelligence check. Can you make a persuasion check?
-2. It's cocked technically.
Go on, roll again.
It's
21.
20. No, it's 19 -2.
Wow.
So
That's
it
great.
went from a 2 -2
All
to
right.
0.
Drama, not his first time being exposed or being a giant ape. You know how to get into their head.
Oh yes, I understand.
Yeah, he produces a large pipe.
Piece poo, throw it!
You're able, so Dramos, violently thrusting his arms around, is able to direct you to where. So where do you want this body flung then, Dramos?
So dragged onto the.
I'm going
Oh,
down
yeah.
the steps, by the way.
Oh, you're going down the steps to the lower level.
Yeah, so I'm trying to climb down those steps.
Oh, brilliant. Okay.
So onto the bridge itself,
So I'm there at the moment. Yeah.
and then when we can see the other ape at the bottom,
It's a 17 for me.
All right. Unfortunately, with your larger feet and hands gripping the wall as you go down, on some primal level, remembering how slippy these steps are, just half walk and climb your way down the cliff face too.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get down to the bottom where the river, you can hear the horses as you get down low, and also. So you all up on the bridge, you peek over. So there's a heavy water spray mist in the air, but it is otherwise dark down there.
You'll probably just hear at the top.
You peer down, even with your superior darkness vision, the mist is obscuring your view.
Harbinger, cast Thaumaturgy. Harbinger.
Booms down. Harbinger, Harbinger, echoes across the mountains.
All the curtains twitch.
Inside the temple, like, huh?
Shit, it's fate again.
Gartok up to, what do you choose to do in this?
I would have sat down just outside the temple, actually.
Just outside the temple. I think Rasvin's
Watch the shit show.
who will keep Rasvin out of things for his sake.
Yeah,
He says you're going to settle down to sleep.
I'll lean against the side of the temple and just sit down and just not take part in what's happening.
Okay.
Don't
You
move.
certainly hear the boom of Harbinger.
Um,
It sounds like
Right
it's
here.
distant. And then it gets louder and it repeats up.
Oh, it's reverberating backwards. Oh god.
Okay. You can make an intelligence check. You know you came down here for something. Was it a banana?
Possibly.
Where's the
Close
bananas?
where are the bananas? Do I smell any bananas?
Give a section check.
You watched Nat 20 this fucker.
13.
You can smell other animals nearby. You can smell the foliage on the trees. The water is fresh in your nostrils.
I'll go over there and I'll take a drink.
Okay, so you amble over to the water and start drinking.
You'll be required at the bottom, Alan. Could you keep an eye on Harbinger, please?
Yes, of course. Do you have any rope? I'm still a bit unsure from my last
Well, I'm staying in the temple.
trip up these stairs.
Let me just check around my body, see if I have some rope. Oh,
Oh, it's just here.
can you imagine? Here we go. Every adventurer's dream.
Permanently listing to the
I
side
have,
because you're so used to carrying it.
50 foot's worth. If you can.
Yes, generally the naked adventurer has like a furrow around the middle of the
Yes,
skin is all
ingrained in.
pushed up from rope.
I imagine it's more than 50 foot.
It is.
I'll tie my 50 foot of rope to Ross's,
Alright.
and we are together, bound like two ropes.
And a,
Exactly.
and a dodgy knot.
Give me a nice sleight of hand check for that knot tying, please.
Ooh, come on, Sam.
It's late. It's late. We did the granny knot.
It's a good knot. Good solid knot.
God would be pleased with this knot.
Yes, he would. But not because of me and you.
Many people have been brought to Gar with a knot like this.
The Gar knot in the scout book.
The first step in tying a Gar knot is cutting the rope.
At this point, kind of not really remembering what I'm meant to be doing, I'm just grabbing the body. I'm going to start kind of dragging it towards the edge and just awkwardly getting like a leg over, an arm over, then the arm comes back and then the leg goes.
So one leg goes over, the arms draping over, spittle and vomit hanging out of his mouth, just mingling with the water.
I'll try and tear his arm off.
Make an athletics check.
19.
You put your foot into his shoulder, give a violent wrench, there's a crack, and you pull the arm clean out, not at the socket, unfortunately, where you broke the arm. Your foot was there, you broke the arm and you just ripped the flesh around it.
Oh no! God, stop it! He's defiling these souls.
I'm going to try and lift it.
You roll me a d8, please.
Oh my, the damage.
Find out where it landed.
1.
Alright, so you fling it right back into the town. Upriver. So Reinhold the ape is losing his shit rapidly.
I know what I'm meant to be doing, but I'm doing it in my way.
One piece at a time.
No, you're a giant ape with the
I
intelligence of
know.
you don't really retain the plan.
I know I'm meant to be getting bodies down there.
You need to hurry up.
You pick up a whole fish.
I'll tie the rope to somewhere sensible and start my descent. Trying
so
to
tie
tie
it
it
onto
onto other things as I go down.
Okay. You're able to adeptly get yourself down there, no problem. You tie it to the top and make your way down. The rope stops about 15 feet short of the bottom, but that's not a terrible issue. So you're able to go down the last few steps, where you see Harbinger ape over by the water, splashing water into her face. There's about 4 fish on the bank flapping around next to her.
Oh, excellent. Well done, Harbinger. You catch. You catch up there.
Now this I'm looking forward
It's
to.
coming. I will give him a bit of thaumaturgy back. Ready!
Make me an athletics check.
It's 3 plus 6, so 9.
Okay, so you try to pull it up, just tipping it over the edge so the last leg goes over it. You don't so much throw it as its balance goes. It hits hard on a protruding rock in the waterfall. There's a crunch before it goes tumbling down within the water. You're down the bottom there, next to the pool, waiting for it. And it just comes down in the waterfall itself, splashing about 40 feet away from you.
I'm still looking up. Still wondering what I'm supposed to be doing.
Into the water.
Into the water, it splashes and just bobs up to the surface of the water and starts.
Going down the river.
There.
Do I get that?
Make a perception
It's
check.
burned very well now, isn't it?
That's 7.
So you look around. I don't think apes are famed for their night vision. I don't think you have any special.
Oh yeah, I should be wrong with you standing.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
So it's darkened down here, and you look around. You can see the water ebbing around, and a large mass floating in it. But you can't make out what it is, or what you're supposed to be doing with it. The small man, your friend, it's just Putty, Putty. All you get from.
I'll like tentatively step into the water water.
Okay. So you drop down into it. It goes down a couple of steps fine, and another step you go fully waist height. It's surprisingly deep. Yeah, so you're waist deep.
I think that's what he's telling me to do.
Okay. Just in the water.
Oh, this is going well. How fast is the water moving?
It's there's because of the way the water's falling, it's aggressively splashing here. It's formed a pool, so it's just starting to make its way across the pool to where the river condenses, and it looks like the water moves faster when it gets to the river itself. But at the moment, we're slowly moving across the pool.
I'm going to go and try and get the big one.
Okay, you going back?
No, I'm going full chap.
Okay.
I'm making use of it.
How do you talk to an ape?
Not very well if you're not a druid.
Yeah.
Or Gartoff.
I believe the movies are all fully fluent in sign.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Ape, strong.
It's going to have to be a prestidigitation, I think.
Imagine you guys are just laughing.
Just to know, everyone.
He's not laughing. He's
Here's my recent
not
Google
very
search.
happy on what's going on.
Do apes swim? Most mammals are able to swim instinctively without training. A
Except
notable exception
is
is
that
the
humans.
ape.
No.
Oh, yeah, it's the ape.
Yeah, because they're too muscular. The
Yeah.
muscle will make them sink.
Yeah.
That's true. I've seen Pumping Iron, and I've witnessed Arnold Schwarzenegger running out of the sea. It's not graceful.
It's not graceful.
I just imagine Gar looking at a tablet or something like that, just going, I don't even want him here.
He's like, I can just keep him. I don't care.
Illusionary image
Yeah.
in the palm of my hand that looks like the giant.
Okay.
Pointing at that, pointing at the thing, pointing at that, pointing at the thing, pointing on the ground.
Okay. Make me a persuasion check with this,
Come
please.
on, you damn dirty ape! Oh, fuck.
That's a 3.
It's a 3, yeah, it's not going to be anywhere near. Persuasion 4. That's a 7.
X7. Okay, so then in that case, it's an insight from you with disadvantage, seeing as his persuasive efforts were so poor.
Insight is what's that?
Wisdom, I believe. It's +1.
17.
17.
Disadvantage.
Yeah.
Despite the odds, you respond well to the medium
Must be a
of
little.
I'm a
moving
visual
pictures.
learner.
Yeah, visual learner.
Ironically,
You
you're better
grasp
eyes
what
than
he
me.
wants.
Alright. I'm gonna. I mean, it's in the water. I'll chase after it.
Okay, so you into the water. Athletics check, please.
14.
Okay, not a problem. You get yourself in it, getting lower and lower. Your arms are coming up higher, like that. So you're just wading across with your arms above the water, just your ape head and the arms. But you eventually get over there and lay one hand on this thing and stop it moving any further away.
And then I'll try and get back to the shore.
Okay, you're dragging it behind you. Come over to where Malmir is.
How much is left?
Hmm?
How much of it is left? Is
The
it just
body.
the arm missing?
Just the arm missing.
Okay.
Yeah. It's very badly messed up now, though. It's not only killed,
Come. Come.
I'm gonna try
but
and
you roll it up onto the shore.
lift it up.
Yeah.
And
It's a little bit lighter since he was handling it.
Yeah, lost an arm worth. And then I'll drag it over.
Okay.
Drag it over to a dry part of the shore.
Okay. The growling from Kong is getting.
Just get a priest loose.
Yeah, he can smell the blood in the air. So he's and the sound of that, the horses are starting to sound unsettled as well.
Good boy, Rhino. Good boy. Good boy.
Grab the big one.
Yeah. Yeah, no problem. You drag it across over to the bridge and start to. So, in short, as time goes on, you'll drag the bodies over and one by one flip them over the bridge. They falling down the waterfall with varying measures of success. Sometimes giving it a little bit of distance so it falls straight into the bottom, and other times not getting any momentum at all and it coming straight down the waterfall.
Probably on purpose for the big one.
And between you all, you manage to get the bodies and pile them up near the pool.
Excellent.
Have you got
So-
a tart big enough?
Is it just me and the ape here at the moment?
Yes.
Well done. Good.
Like at the end of your splash video.
Yeah.
Single crack.
Did you say you were settling down to rest? Can you rest
Yes,
in? Yeah.
I've just gone into my trance. I reckon by now it's.
Counting sheep.
I'll be leading Reinhold down, still keeping them as apes because I'm finding it a bit too amusing.
Is there any curtain twitches?
Yes. Absolutely not. Nobody dares come outside.
This is a new one.
So I'm going to cast comprehend languages on myself,
Okay.
and then I'm going to cast speak with dead on the most intact, most
Right.
intelligent
Oh.
looking giant.
Probably the big one.
Okay.
Can't bring him back, unfortunately. It's too big.
So you've done this before. You know how it works. The corpse, to a degree, reanimates. It's often rough and difficult for it to speak, and like speaking to a zombie in many ways. Although it can be a challenging concept for some people, but you are prepared to do it. You pick out a suitable target and cast the spell. The body remains still as you do so, but the mist around it gathers and seems to flow into the body, and then rather than the body animating, the mist goes in and seeps from the body up out of the head, and a form of the creature appears as an apparition half out of this, just the top half of this giant creature, with the bottom half just a mist flowing into the body. It rises above, floating like a ghost.
Praise God. A bit of a problem because I can't actually speak its language.
Yeah, because it's understand, isn't it? You need
I
tongues.
can only understand it. So I'm going to try.
It's a visual learner as well.
I'm going to try my visual learning.
What are you trying to convey to it?
I love the outdoors. It said to me.
Yeah.
Me, you, everyone.
Pull it down, spread it around. It's an 80s pop classic.
Interpretive dance.
Where's it from? Where is it from? What is its home or heart?
Okay.
Where would I find those? Where would I find the things that are important to it?
I'll give you a persuasion on it to see how well you can do with it.
Thank you. Thank God
Would
wasn't
it be a
performance.
performance?
No,
I
shut
was
up,
gonna
you.
say.
He said persuasion. That
It's good.
is a 22.
Okay.
So how good I was with the ape.
Still in it.
I know what's going on as well because I speak sign language.
The apparition in giant utters its words seemingly impossibly distant from where you are. Close to the sky, close to death. apparition looks up. Angelus.
I will make the sign of Gar, hearing Ankaros. Second question will be. The
Very
dragon,
good.
where is it?
Do birds sing?
Yeah.
The apparition points to the north.
And my final question will be to point at the town. Why?
Food for the tribe. Souls for Angelus.
These creatures are doing good work. I'll end the spell.
Okay.
Both spells.
As you do, the form just dissipates and becomes just more of the mist that floats around this base of this waterfall.
Then I will take a dagger and try and cut the head off this giant.
Got a big thick neck, but you think if you work at it, if you really go at it,
You might circumcise
I'll,
All your vegetables.
I'll try and entice the Harbinger ape over.
Apinger.
I'll hold out the dagger.
Your finger and thumb. You're huge.
Is that the blade then?
Yeah, I'll just grab it and try and pull his head off. I imagine.
By the jaw.
So you hold the dagger in one hand and then just pull his head off.
If I can, I don't know. I've got the knife.
Yeah. Slapping it flat side of the blade on his neck.
And then try and remove his head.
Smite in ape form.
With a dagger, I could.
I'm going to take an athletics check from you, please.
How do I roll so bad? 11.
Okay. So, Apinger slaps the neck of this thing with the flat of the blade several times, and the knife eventually just slipping from its massive fingers, and then digs her fat, big black fingers in the hole and starts pulling it apart, just ripping chunks of flesh from the lower part of the body, pulling up from the neck.
It's Colin getting in your dindy.
It's just getting messy. He's just pulling chunks of flesh away rather than actually cutting the head off.
What were you saying about defiling the corpses earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Would we be at the bottom then?
You could just be making your way down.
I imagine that's roughly where it's starting. Is everything going okay?
Your apes are not as intelligent as you sold to me.
Well, they could have been T-Rexes. If you remember my debacle with that.
Needed arms.
I'm going to start stroking Kong the wrong way on his head.
Oh.
Wrong way. Against the fur.
I shall gather some wood and we shall begin the ceremony.
Two massive apes tower over you.
We had the apes to fetch some trees.
No, you've just really made a mess out of it,
Broken
just pulling bits of flesh away.
Wood.
I'll gently touch Harbinger on the side. Reinhold! Come. Leave alone. Can you help gather some wood? We need to burn the body. So I'll start signing and point to the trees. And
Break some branches of trees. Yeah.
All right.
Good rhino. Good
Apes,
harbinger.
apes get to work breaking some branches off trees.
There'll be a smoky fire.
It is.
Yeah,
It's, it's not only fresh wood. It's surrounded by the mist of all this. So all the wood is wet.
Wet bodies. We need a fireball up its ass. Ready to go. Take life.
I have plenty of them left.
Perhaps a little something to get us going.
gonna try and pull the tree out of the ground.
Well, we are still travelling in secret, so not too big.
A couple of firebolts to the base. And
Yes, I believe so.
it's when the trees are laid in a rough pyre, indicate to drag the bodies on, and then when they're as laid out as far from the horses and Kong as possible. I don't recommend starting it closer to them. Say your words.
Gar and Kelos accept these souls, courtesy of Malamir. You won't believe this, Tramos, but these creatures were Gar worshippers, or at least Ankelos. Don't ask me how I know. I just do.
Use your card. There is many things I don't know about the cards.
There are many things. We will never truly understand them.
Send a couple of fireballs as we continue the conversation.
A string of firebolts into this wet wood. Eventually, through persistence, you manage to dry out enough of the wood to get it to catch.
Cantrips.
Thick smoke starts pouring up.
Start playing slaps with Harbinger. Not Harbinger, just.
And as soon as you talk, the smoke just sort of wafts round to flow over the two of you.
We're crying. Alright.
Yeah, that's it.
I suggest we head back.
Yes, yes.
Okay. What's your armor class, Corin?
22.
At the moment, while resting.
Out of armour.
Presuming you're not holding your shield.
Well, if I'm just stood there, then technically it'd be 10. Because there'd be no decks or.
Well, how do you meditate? You imagine you do it standing, do you?
No, I'd be sat down, cross-legged.
Okay.
Eyes, unfocused, shall we say?
You're jolted awake, or out of your trance, should we say, by feeling someone grabbing you on the shoulder and holding you tight, shaking you. You're aware that there must be danger, and so you bring yourself back, and your eyes snap open. There's a figure in front of you, just a little bit shorter than you, black, damp hair hanging down in front of the face, down to halfway through the chest, pretty much completely obscuring its face. There you are, alone.
Scramble back.
So, first things first. Grabs hold of you. It's going to do, and this is inside your temple thing.
Yeah, I kind of figured you knew I was there. It was.
Did it get past on?
Do I recognise the arms?
You were hanging outside.
I don't think so. Yes, I don't know.
Okay.
Fuck you up.
You probably started just
19
watching the smoke
points.
just bellowing up.
Yeah.
Of slashing damage as its fingers dig into your flesh. There you are, and it comes forward, hair parting as it goes to bite you. Which gets a natural 20 on.
Hold on.
The lady with
You gonna luck it?
just the
When you ran out of luck,
I don't know. I'm just having a look.
It's features and traits.
Oh, yeah, go to it.
I think it's features and traits with luck.
That's what I've got in my head. It's just that
Yeah.
picture now. So,
Lucky
not many
they are.
movies creep me out, but that one.
Yes. You want to well, that's all right, I'll re-roll it.
Kind of like big stuff
as I'm up and moving, I'd say it'll be 13 now.
13 is the roll.
No, my AC.
Oh, your AC will be
Because
13. Okay, that's
it'll
fine.
include the. You can take a 2.
Okay. So, well, I mean, strictly speaking, you've snapped awake as it's doing this to you, so you haven't had a chance to manoeuvre in any way.
Right, okay.
Okay, but you rolled a 2.
But I've rolled a 2.
Okay, so that gives me a 13 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just a bite, so it's not
Just
terrible.
a bite.
So its teeth dig into you.
and
19 points of piercing damage. Okay, and as a bonus action. Oh, actually, no, I'm completely misdoing this. So he makes 5 attacks. So I've done a claw and a bite. So I will follow that up with I can make a second bite attack.
That's like when you realise your 40k character can do way more.
It's going to hit you with a second bite.
You're like, I've been doing one attack with him. What?
He's got 17 attacks.
5 attacks.
That's an ultramarine there.
So it's going to be 21 points of his bite.
Not looking good.
okay, God will protect you.
Natural
when
1.
you're in his realm.
Well, someone's protecting me. I'm not sure it's Gar.
Gar's going to put you in a nice
And a
shiny
14.
wallet.
Still going to get you.
Shiny.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is.
That's all he is. He's a big Pokemon collector, isn't he, Gar? He's just collecting. He's just a big
Gotta get them all.
Gotta get 'em all.
All right, so this is 16 points from his last claw.
I've been after him for years.
So, clawing away, bites at you. You are grappled, and as a bonus action, I'm going to use Death Squeeze on you.
Death squeeze.
Ooh.
Oh God. It's like that.
So as his fingers dig deeper into you, one leg comes up and wraps itself around your body.
Harder!
It's a 30 to hit you with it.
30!
Shit.
Jesus!
Well, we know he's getting plus 11, so he'll probably roll a 19.
Yeah.
It's,
So it could have been worse.
it may be worse.
Okay, so you feel his sinewy limbs tighten around you. That is all ones.
Well, that's good.
So
50 dice though.
so that's 8 points of damage.
That's a good Yahtzee score.
And
Yeah.
7 points of bludgeoning damage.
You're still breathing.
And you can roll initiative.
That was the surprise, man.
That was the surprise round.
I guess the question is, does sound leave the temple? Because essentially, I imagine I'm sat kind of.
You're right outside the door.
You're outside.
I'm sat and leaning on the side of the temple.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking, can stuff get in? I'm guarding, is my belief. So does sound pass through the.
Does sound exit your temple?
I presume it does. I'll
Just
have a look at the.
We'll check it because it might be really important.
Well, yeah.
So I might have
Because
absolutely zero idea what's going on in there.
I'm not sure I can take another attack. And by attack, I mean a single attack.
Okay. What did you get for your initiative?
You've just done 90 points of damage to me.
Yeah.
I haven't rolled my initiative yet.
Let's hear it.
This is what we're doing.
I'm excited.
Okay. It's double figures.
Okay.
It's 15.
Okay. So
Passes
Oh yeah, Laurie's
You guys are all on the way up the steps at this point. So, you got
15.
15.
Imagine you're quite close to
There's
the altar.
Laurie's in there. So let's do Laurie's. Laurie got natural 1 for his initiative.
He's asleep.
So
Makes
Laurie's on the
sense.
bottom.
I'm going to pass this furry creature that can represent sinewy or cult
Oh, sorry.
leader. Whichever, doesn't matter.
This is me. So Corim with a 15.
Yes.
14. I'm going to plus 6.
Well,
Okay.
Make it count.
Here we go. So, as a result of the death squeeze,
Yeah.
you may choose to use an action or a bonus action on your turn.
oh,
Okay.
word of recall. Fuck you.
Corin.
I'm out of here.
Thank you and good night.
Tonight, Matthew, I'm gonna be jumping in the taxi and fucking up.
Fucking off.
Let's just mark off me lucky.
What do you want to do?
Well, initially, shout.
Wake up! Wake up!
I'm giving him a perception check. You got Laurie gets 16,
Right, hold on a second.
and I'll give you a perception check as well.
Okay, is it breakfast time?
What is my perception?
You're awake and conscious, so you're going to need a 12.
Just 1. Exactly 12.
All right, so you hear it. Give me your initiative.
You cause a temple to shimmer into existence on ground you can see within range. The temple must fit within an occupied
16.
cube of space up
Yes,
to
you'll
120
come
feet, up to 120 feet on each side. The temple remains until the spell ends. It is dedicated to whichever god, pantheon, and philosophy is represented by the holy symbol.
I
You
looked
make
up it
all
now.
decisions about the temple's appearance. The interior is enclosed by a floor, walls, and a roof, with one door granting access to the interior, and as many windows as you wish. Only you and any creatures you designate when you cast the spell can open or close the door. The temple's interior is an open space with an idol or altar at one end. You decide whether the temple is illuminated and whether the illumination is bright light or dim light. The smell of burning incense in the air. The temperature is mild.
So I
It
think
doesn't
it's,
say anything about sound or red
so I think it would appear then as otherwise a normal building.
Yeah.
While you can't get aggressive to it,
It's not
Gartok has certainly heard you screaming.
I've heard the scream at the
Yeah.
very least, so yeah.
So I think, yeah, let's say you can hear sound in it as I'm ruling, and in future just talk quietly when we're climbing in there.
No Gartok.
That's how I say it. I wouldn't have heard all the actual
Let them fight.
what happened to him, but him screaming
Is this
out.
supposed to be it, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I've got an actual mini for it.
Oh.
Well, wasn't sure. It is the grudge.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's it. The grudge.
That's ace.
Right,
That's
okay.
exactly what I was picturing.
Is the creature a celestial, an elemental, a fae, or undead?
Or a Mormon.
No.
You're pretty
Not allowed in.
Amish.
Yeah.
because otherwise it
It's not a
gets
fiend, is it?
No.
Aberration.
aberration from.
Play the elimination game.
Yeah, I know. That's it.
Me and Charlotte got good
It's
at
not that many
when we-
left.
when we did those categories on the website.
It's a fairy.
It's a fairy.
That would have been a different encounter, wouldn't it?
Oh,
There you are, come with me. Let's
Chase
go.
me! Chase me!
Catch my tail!
You chase me, then I'll chase you.
Right, okay.
What's in this
leaking
door?
out of its eyes.
Uh,
It's alright, don't worry.
Wisdom.
Your life doesn't depend on
Wisdom +3. Right, okay. So I'm looking at the other bonuses that I get from healing and stuff.
I was
in
going to
here.
say, heal yourself. You ain't going to be able to take another round of this bitch.
No, you're right. I will not.
Oh yeah, get that fuck
Yeah,
out of there.
snag out of there.
Dimension door.
Expeditious retreat. Good.
So I'm grappled, you said.
Yes.
What's the grapple thing? Is that not
Speed 0.
Speed
Yeah,
0.
can't move.
Yeah.
In fact, you don't let anything else, you just speed 0.
Yeah. Okay.
2 hands like that and a leg wrapped around you. Or
5.
It's cuddle time.
that's the Hikari way.
It's a struggle cuddle.
Sexual.
It's a struggle.
It is a struggle cuddle for sure.
Okay. First thing is channel divinity
Yeah.
on myself.
Yeah.
I'm going to attempt to put 75 points into myself.
Yeah. Up to half of your.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah.
know what the rules are.
Yeah.
But there's still 75 points, and it's all going into me.
Me.
Okay.
So basically, that will just go up to 54. 54, 18, so what's that? Another
36.
36.
Is it an action to do channel divinity?
Yeah.
So you got a choice for action or bonus action.
Yeah, well, it's bonus action now. And bonus
That's it.
action.
That was it.
It's an action.
Because grapple means
That-
you only
that's-
have an action or a bonus action on your round.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I don't
That's
get
what I
both.
was asking.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Hang
do,
on.
do the most powerful thing you can.
Well,
Dawn.
now, unfortunately, most of my upper level spells
Well, you've spaffed him,
have
have you?
been spaffed.
Oh,
If you remember.
bloom too early. See, I've got me 6th. I got a 1/5, but I'm an 8th.
Yeah, I'm just doing it for shits and giggles now. I'm just
Ah.
keeping you as apes for that.
It might work out.
They've got to get into the temple.
Look at you pick it up and shake it out.
Just-
Gumball machine.
Right. Hold on then, let me just have a look to see what there is over here.
Just throw them between them.
No, we just launch rocks through the door. Blitz bowling.
Yeah.
Stop rolling fucking dice.
It's kind of the opposite to our lizard folk session when you went down with all of your spell slots.
Yeah. Gone.
It was fun
I'm
that
not-
session.
I
Was.
had the
Yeah,
football. I
no,
had to live to the goal. Just get one punched. 8 HP or whatever it was.
Right, okay then. I'm going to cast a spell on myself.
Okay.
On myself.
So use an action or a bonus action? What are we doing here?
Well, it's going to be an action.
Okay.
Sparky dipping common.
Level 54 healing word.
Yeah, well,
Laurie's eyes have snapped open and his head's come round. So,
Darius o'clock, is it?
So it's a 5th level spell.
okay.
Cure wounds. I'm not sure if this will help me more than what the other one, but we'll see. Yes, it will. Right.
You get extra healing as well, don't you?
Yeah,
yes.
You get
In
your-
the temple.
As the thing-
life domain.
No, in the temple.
No, in my temple.
You get
Oh,
extra
right.
healing.
Yeah, it's extra healing, due to me wisdom. So
It's a very long
So you've rolled 28.
description, it's
so
like
it's
1,000
5, right?
pages.
5, 8, 12, so 15, so it's plus 15. So 20, 25, 33, 40, 43 points of healing. Is that right?
That's good here.
15, oh, that was 15, 25, 28, plus 15, 38, 43.
Yep.
That's my action.
Corin has a lemsip.
Okay, that's your action.
Finish it off.
The end of your round, I'm going to take
I'm gonna last
a
another
legendary
round.
action.
Yeah.
My legendary action is not so fast, and it digs its hands in deep. I'm going to use Acidic Claw, legendary
Yeah.
action, for which I rolled a natural 20.
Oh, lucky.
Another luck key then.
Fuck you.
Yeah, it's normal then.
Normal damage. Okay, then I will re-roll this. So pre-roll the damage to see what I would get. It would have been 40.
Oh, yeah, Your ass would have been grass.
No,
Oh no, you wouldn't have up.
I'd have been alive.
Well, and up.
So it becomes 21 points of damage instead. As his claws dig in.
Well, that's just the bonus. It's got its turn.
That's his legendary, now it's his turn.
Yeah, it's got its turn.
Yeah, I know.
Oh damn.
Hang on, let me. Well, I'm going to fall over in this turn, I suspect, somewhere.
Well, really what you've got to ask yourself now is he the sort of person who would continue hurting you once you're unconscious?
Yes.
Probably.
I think it is.
Right.
He's got a thing called Death Grasp or whatever. I feel like this is his.
Death Squeeze.
This is his remit.
He's an edgy fucker, isn't
He's got the head.
Right, this is what happens if you go full emo.
He
Yeah.
said it's the
So,
gun.
okay. Yeah, right, so his go. You start to see Laurie start to get to his feet, but as he does, he digs in tighter. He is going to.
Looks like I'm getting
Why am I looking
Might well be.
It is just that.
Stay in 8 form as a tie.
Okay.
Got the rod of resurrection.
This is the grudge.
Yeah.
So he is going to. He's going to bite you. First thing he's going to do is bite you.
Just don't let Malamir near you. You'll be fine.
15 with a bite.
Yeah, just tell me if he.
I've got a pie already.
Just tell me if he crits.
Roll your.
I've got one more lucky left, so.
Whilst we're here, let's get the whole town and send them to go.
21 points of damage from a bite.
That's not good.
Okay.
Okay, loss.
You can make a second bite. 21.
Is it like fucking Little and Albi? It's all the same shit.
So he's just going to town, biting and clawing manically at you. It is 22 points. You start to slip down. Okay.
No. Okay.
We need Raskin.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, no, he's in here.
Wake up!
Can I FaceTime him?
As his head is going, it's like, mate, we're in a situation here. We've used our call a friend.
During the speeches.
Incident!
Incident!
Okay. So, Rasfin is down, and as you look over, you see there is blood on him.
Oh shit.
Well, you won't, but you will see the blood on him to look over. So he's
Oh, his grasp is down.
okay.
Body snatcher.
Over to there. Laurie will get up. What the fuck? Goring, you said no one was allowed in here. Goring, answer me.
Since this is a temple of Darius, is this Laurie's natural favourite terrain? Does he get bonuses?
Well, Laurie has used a lot of his
It's not the image.
nuke ability on those giants.
So when I see
So-
the image,
Fluffing all his hits.
and
as
then
well.
it flicks to the
Lair
movie.
action, surely.
Normally, I don't
He should get some
react
legendaries here.
in that way, but the grudge, but whatever, no matter
The
how many
crotch
times I've
punch
seen
of
it,
Darius.
Gets in you.
yeah.
Gets right in you. Right, where is Laurie? Come on, Laurie.
Yes, come on, Laurie.
Come on, Laurie.
Yeah. I'll heal you with my fist.
Yeah, but then that's going to do the same back.
All right.
Yeah.
So Laurie runs, leaping over the altar. Brings a fist down on this thing, hopefully.
He has just woken up. You get that fuzzy brain thing. He hasn't had his morning coffee.
He's not had a full rest either.
Can you drink coffee?
Does he need to?
Or he probably should.
Can you imagine if he did?
He's jittery Laurie. Oh shit.
Come on.
What's it?
He's an avocado smoothie kind of guy.
Oh yeah, I see that.
Avocado smoothie with his
Or just
supplements.
like raw eggs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, with shell and all.
Just ease the
Ostrich eggs.
Oh god.
Flies the top off, drinks the egg, and then.
Regular eggs don't have enough protein.
I could see them protein.
right, here we go. Foolishly
It's
closed the one thing.
snorting mana crystals or something stupid.
Yeah,
Just
like
to give
Is
it
it worth me
like
going and
buzz
grab-
on.
Okay.
an empire thing, isn't
So-
it?
Laurie's going to try and hit him. Laurie then, with his fist, he gets plus 10. So that will hit him.
21, I think.
It's a him, is it?
Well,
I
yeah.
just assumed it was her with the long hair and
What,
stuff.
because you got fucked over?
Okay.
I've got long hair.
we're
It's
not
not the
focused.
first time I've woke up to have someone fucking manically scratching at me with long hair.
Oh man, Dave.
Was it Persian cat?
Saying that I have to murder.
So Laurie does 13 points of damage.
Go, Laurie.
Is it worth me getting a drink?
Laurie can.
From Starbucks. Inside.
Yeah.
I'll be an hour.
Yeah, just let me know when I get up, if I get up.
Next session.
I've already action surged.
We'll get you.
I don't want him fucking getting me.
The problem is I'm in 8th form and I can't drop it. I don't think
You
you
get
can
another
drop
attack
it
in. You'll get another attack in. That's going to hit.
It's concentration spell.
All right, so Laurie leaps over there, slamming into this thing twice, but it doesn't release its grip on Corin. That brings us to the top of the round, Gartok.
So, pretty much, yeah.
Doors fly open.
I think I've counted out. If I do it properly, I can run with my movement
So as you run
Yeah,
across the room,
on
you can
the
see.
altar with Laurie.
Okay. You get up there, you see this thing dragging
I think that's 40.
Corin behind.
Yeah,
Its
the
other
other 10
hand
feet.
is on Rasvin's belt and is holding open his bag of holding.
40. 45. That's 50. Sorry.
Oh, is that the little sneaky fucker in there?
That's 50 foot.
That's why I asked if I recognise
I've miscounted the actual
Yeah.
size of the altar there, haven't I? Is what I've done.
Yeah. Sorry,
Oh.
that's a huge.
Is
So
the
you're
temple
currently
still there?
there.
Doesn't go.
Yes. No, the temple's it's there for 24 hours.
You're just short.
Yeah, I miscounted the size of the altar. I thought 40 foot would get me right on the edge next to Laurie, but
Okay,
it's
so yeah,
5
you
feet
bound
short.
up. You can see what's happening.
Destroy my entire turn. I was going really quick.
Rage.
Yeah, if I don't do it, I'll lose it.
Ah!
It's not till next turn.
No,
Yeah,
it's
it gets
the
damaged.
end of your turn. It's not even the end of your turn.
Then you can throw.
Nope. You need to buy you some javelins for your birthday.
Or just a stone. Just anything which can be thrown to cause
Darts.
damage.
Throwing
1d4. Ninja stars.
Soft teddies. They get thrown about my hands.
I tell you, Gartok would suit like a bowls ball. Like an oval one. It's a really big one. Knock their ankles out.
Yes. As I was running, I would have wild shaped into a direwolf.
Of course you would have.
Yes.
I would have recalculated.
Yes, my immense intellect. What's your
Turn into a direwolf.
Yeah.
You can make it a pretty one.
Then it'll just be a straight bite attack, so it's just
Then a con check, isn't it? Or is it dex check?
19
Plus 5.
24 to hit.
Yes, that hits him.
2d6 plus 3.
Yep. D6 check. Of course, I've got D6s. How many would you like? Help yourself.
Two. Just 6 points of piercing damage
6 points of piercing
and
damage.
a DC 13 strength saving throw.
You get to roll.
Strength saving throw.
You get to roll with advantage as well because of pack tactics.
Oh, okay. No. It wouldn't have mattered.
Strength saving throw. Natural 20.
I think you're fine.
Alright, yeah, you leap on it.
Yeah, it's just a one melee attack, isn't it?
Yes, it's just that. It's more the ability that I use the balls for these days, but it's amusing when you can knock Morthal prone.
So it throws its arm up, holding you back. That's you done?
Yeah.
He will take a legendary.
Must be done.
It's wishful thinking.
I'm
Sorry,
awake.
mate, you're on the floor.
I did my legendary then. So I will do. So he would know. So he is going to, with one hand, pull back his hair from his eyes, and you just see pits of blackness. He's making a.
Gaze attack.
He's making a gaze attack on
Yeah.
you.
Uh-oh.
It's a fear effect, though.
Yeah.
Now, here's a question.
This is where it gets really interesting.
Yeah, because are you in this form? How does the mace interact with you as you are right now?
Well, wild shape is like polymorph, isn't it? Essentially, it's everything goes inside you.
But you retain
It's
your own
whether
intelligence.
the mace says whilst you wield or whilst you're attuned, I suppose.
Yes.
if it's
but
what you
I'm
wield,
attuned to it.
Then it doesn't work.
Then
If
you
it
would
says-
still be attuned, so it will do that.
But I assume I roll the save is the stats of the wolf. Because I have the physicality of the wolf.
Usually for wild shape, it's everything apart from your normal intelligence. What's the way else?
It's the same.
So,
So it would be, it's a DC 16 wisdom saving throw, but you still, as far as I'm concerned, you still gain the benefit of,
Yeah,
of the
advantage.
mace.
So it's a wisdom. A wolf has +1 wisdom, so I assume it's just a +1 to the roll. 2 15s, so that means 16.
That was
Right.
a pass.
So it's
Okay.
exactly what I need.
awesome.
Corin.
That's the only thing got open to me, isn't it?
That's a fail. All right.
God, set up a nice bed.
His turn.
Just one minute. Hang on a sec. Hold on.
So it's your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma which you keep.
Hold on.
It would have been fine anyway then, because I rolled 2 15s.
That's,
So that's a saving throw, isn't it? I
Give us
shall
half a look on it.
Use a look.
Get that nat 20. Get the
That's-
fuck back up. Yeah. Nope.
Oh, for fuck's
Still
sake.
fail. It's a 9.
Yeah, alright.
Well, you talk about Darius all day, and that's when sardonyx goes. Okay, so it's its turn.
How far away are we?
Oh,
we're,
yeah.
we're
Climbing
probably
up the-
about halfway up the
Yeah.
stairs now because it's 120 foot.
Yeah, you're at the top of the stairs at this point, so you're just walking through the town. Like you're about 3 rounds away.
Okay.
So, what it's going to do...
Is something bad?
It's pulls open the opening of Rasfin's bag of holding and puts a leg in it. And then its other leg goes in and its waist starts to shrink down as it pulls into the bag. And it starts dragging Corim inside. As it does so, Laurie's going to make an attack of opportunity on it as it's going out of his reach.
Grab him, Laurie.
I can't make a grapple as an attack of opportunity though, can I?
I guess it's out the reach of the.
It's just regular attacks, isn't it?
Does he
Yeah.
have like any stunning strikes? Fucking stun that boy.
He doesn't have stunning strike, and he spaffed a load of his stuff in the giant fight.
Yeah.
I've used my action surge. I've used my key points.
He can
So
still
he's-
smite him.
He spent all his pocket money before he got to the fair.
If he's got any spell slots left.
He does have spell slots, so we can divine smite him. I'm going to punch the shit out of him. That's a 5, so it's 15, which misses it.
Oh!
But
Whiff and a miss.
I will use guided strike to give myself plus 10, so I do hit it. Okay. I can't do that again.
He's going to what's the range for a wolf?
5 foot.
5 foot.
Yeah, your range as well, I suppose. He's going at you. To go out the wolf's range as well.
12. It will do, yeah. So,
Potentially thrown it.
I'll start rolling.
12, and I will put a smite into it, bringing that up to
12 might?
That's 16.
19, 25 points of damage from Laurie with that
15
punch.
didn't.
I did not hit.
You did not hit. Okay, so it gets inside, and then impossibly, as it climbs in, you see Corim getting pulled inside the bag as well. Corim's arm going in with it, and then Corim slides into the bag out of sight.
Oh.
Oh, this ain't good.
Laurie's turn. What the f-
Grab his legs.
leaps over, and he will thrust his arm in the bag and try and get hold of you. So,
Lucky dip.
does he get
Balls or leg?
Or does he get the creature?
That's a natural 20 on Laurie for
Come on, Lawrence.
Lawrence.
so he thrusts his arm all the way up in the bag like that. I think I've got him or something. I'm talking to a dog. Oh, so good boy. So I've used his action really to grab you.
Yeah.
You're up.
Yeah, I'll drop wild shape there.
Okay.
Good call.
I heard him shout he's got something, so I'll look at Laurie, hold tight, and I'm going to try and pull Laurie with whatever he's got with him.
Okay. So what we're going to need, with Laurie assisting, it's going to be an athletics check. It's advantage. You probably had advantage.
I have
anyway.
advantage regardless, yeah.
So it's going to be with advantage versus this creature.
yeah.
Ripped him fucking twain. You're missing a leg.
25.
Okay.
Why do maths
Shem
always fail on
wasn't
D&D
on, we had a
nights?
spare one of them.
Yeah, it's just.
I know this number, okay.
I
feel
look
like-
at your
Sure we
tray
can find
and
your I
can
magical one.
like add them up, and then I'll be like, alright. But as soon as I
He
roll
gets
up, like,
advantage.
I can't grab
Or
it.
no, I can regrow it.
Darius would want you to have a
You
sword.
get perched up with the two of you pulling. You're pulling Laurie back, and as you pull, you can see Corim's foot coming out of the bag. I got him! I got him! That is his foot, isn't it? Rasvin didn't put anyone else in here.
Definitely.
Just kidding. Bye, Laurie.
Okay. So that's you. It's Corim.
Oh, another fail.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we can't afford
Right, I'm
to
going to
do
get a
another-
drink to take home with me.
We can't afford to bargain with Gar anymore.
Okay. Corim's go. It's the creature's go. He's going to pull back.
Don't need to.
So he's positioning against me and Laurie.
Yeah. So
Do you need to roll for it?
yes, please.
What have I got to be?
23.
What's plus nine? So I need to get.
14.
I need to get 14 or more here.
That'll do.
Well, one of them was 17, so yeah.
Okay.
26.
So Corim's leg starts to go back in, but then you pull it back out more. So you've got him up to the knee, sticking out. Laurie will. Have you got him? Get hold his leg.
Laurie here.
Yes. Yeah. Laurie's going to heal.
Oh yeah, and Corin's gonna be like, fuck it.
That was going to be my plan as
I
well.
never do this.
I'm a healer.
Slapped a beat in a
You
front
tell
line.
anyone, Gartok, and I healed him. I'll kill you. Okay.
But is his arcane focus like a little pretty pink wand, which is very embarrassed to take it out?
It was a phase.
That's it. It's the early 13th century. Leave me alone.
Okay, gain 5 points back.
5 points?
5 points. Laurie heals you. Get the fuck out of that bag and fight me! Healing is a waste of my praising ability! That is Laurie done. Not the round is cut off.
So he's shouting that he's healing him.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's warm.
I've never seen Laurie really heal. So I can definitely see Com's leg or his foot or something right now as I'm pulling. Yeah, I'm in touch range, so I'm also going to heal Karim.
Okay.
I'm going to cure wounds at 2nd level. Screw it, why not?
Is it a semantic?
Verbal or semantic, yeah. It's a touch spell, isn't it?
You got you with semantic, or you just got a touch? I don't know how that works with grappling something.
I think as long as you've got a hand free, you should be okay.
Okay.
Am I still in the...
Yeah.
Half of the bag.
Just your legs sticking out.
You're 2 inches longer on that leg, though.
Quite a wake-up call.
You can have back another 10 hit points.
Go, Corim legs.
So, yeah, I was going to just hold on to him and heal him. Try and keep him going.
Okay.
That's druidic, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
Drawing a leaf.
Alright, so. Your eyes open. There's blackness all around you. This thing is right in your face. Its hands on you. So because it's so dark, you can only see the upper part of its body. You can see its mouth open and moving. No! It's going to take a legendary at the end of Gartok's go.
yeah, it would, wouldn't it?
Okay, so you can make a claw attack on you.
Oh.
But your AC will be higher now.
It'll still hit me unless it rolls a
It's
fucking
got
1.
plus 11, isn't it?
Hit you. So it is for this. Unfortunately, when he hits you with a legendary, he does more damage. Oh fuck!
Well, he's either really bad or really good, but it doesn't matter because if he rolls average, I'm going conscious again.
27 points.
Yeah, you...
But in one way, you're not back, well, you're back into death saves, you're not.
Yep.
Yeah, you're not on your last death
Reset.
save.
got a fresh round of death saves.
So as you slip into unconscious, you can. Yes.
Fucker, I was about to stick my hands on him.
It's Uncle Corin Bad Touch.
Okay, so death save throw again, please.
10.
That would have been a pass.
Yeah.
Pass save. Okay.
I couldn't see. I thought it was an 18 at the start.
Okay, Laurie.
It's going.
Oh yeah, he's gonna pull. He's gonna pull. Pull!
Somewhere wrong, I guess.
Yeah. So just 16 you got to beat. So I imagine you're gonna do it.
Yeah, I just say the magic words now.
1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. On both dice.
One of them was a 4, so it was close. But the other one's a 15 plus 9.
Okay. So he can't. I've got him back here. You can't push. He can't get any more purchase to get him deeper in. It's his full action to do that. So he forgoes his other attacks. He can do a death squeeze as a bonus action though. But he wants you alive. So.
He won't kill you then.
Just freshly.
He wants me alive. Are you kidding? This ain't the way to go about it. Does he know this?
Well, you'd struggle all the way.
Sorry, it's my first time. Using the death squeeze. I need to use the other one.
Yes, the life squeeze.
No,
I
I
mean,
have
you do make a
friends
valid
very
point.
often.
Maybe I should do the death squeeze and do some damage on you.
I would.
If he wants me alive, he ain't going to keep me alive doing that.
No, that's what he's going to do. He wants you in there alive. So, it is Laurie. Laurie, do you have any spell slots left? You've smited twice. Oh, you do have spell slots left.
Twice smitten.
How do you use his prestidigitation to baby oil himself that very day? Shine the Darius
I
light.
don't imagine that. He just like thinks, I am Darius' worshipper, and just sweat just automatically just baby oil just pours on him.
We're sanding
Well,
the oil.
He can cast wish, and that's what he uses it on.
Permanent
Baby
oil.
oil again. Baby oil. Soul will hunger.
I don't want to do this again!
Proper internal struggle.
Shit, Laurie.
Surprised he's like climbing into the bag, trying to.
I'm
push
thinking
the
about
crap
going
out
into the
of
bag.
Yeah.
Let
That's
the
what I
dice
imagine
decide.
he would do.
Highs, it's climbing the bag. Lows, it's heal Corin.
Kill Corin. Just 3 points back.
It's 3 points more than he had, which means.
Not alive.
Why is that?
You clicked the wrong thing.
Fucking hell.
You did some 3
Fucking
points
hell.
of damage.
Yeah,
I
More
know.
damage to yourself. Why is that one gone red?
That's emotional damage. It's a different type of damage.
That's what Laurie's got. That's what Laurie can do. Sorry. Gotok.
It is our round. That was 3 rounds.
Okay.
Can we roll initiative?
You can roll
Put it
initiative.
in.
I do have to do initiative as an 8.
Yeah.
Oh, well, mine would be way better.
What's the plus on the 8?
2. That puts me at 3 higher than half.
14.
Those apes, undoubtedly, I doubt you'll get through the door.
Well, we can throw rocks.
So
I'm not standing
And
in
the
the
vital targets are Gartok and Laurie.
do you know what you got?
We can throw rocks.
I got 14, he got
And
15, he got 1.
Is Rasfin breathing?
You can't tell from where you are, you're
Well,
kind of...
I'm just curious, from a outsiders. Yeah.
So what did Dramos and... Wait, I've got Malamute.
I also got so you're level with me, but I've got a bigger plus.
You certainly do. No, I'm yeah.
Okay, what did you get?
7.
7. That makes sense to me because I did roll
The smoke's still in your eyes.
Okay. Top of the round.
Still feeling emotional and upset about my head.
We have to pull him out, Garn. We have to pull Karim out, Laurie.
Well, I would much prefer to do that instead of...
And I'm gonna try and get him further out of the bag.
Alright, here we go then. 20.
24.
Alright, you pull the bit, and between the two of you, you get him out so it's, both of his legs are out, and you can just see his torso coming into view.
So it's effectively that's what's going on.
Get him all the way out, and then I will just push my fist right into whatever the fuck is in there.
And that's my whole action to keep pulling on him. So yeah.
Ramos then. So you're just sauntering up to the door.
Well, Malmir, as I what the?
His 2 legs coming out of a bag.
Delta, what's going on?
Who's that?
Just him. And Laurie. Ah!
Does I presume sound travels out of the bag?
Well, you won't know.
No,
Well,
screen.
It does.
Okay, well, alright. Well, you may or you may not be hearing, get me out! Get me out of the bag!
What is happening?
Someone can hear me.
This is when you crack out your divine intervention.
Actually, yeah, you can. His voice can be heard, but I don't think from where you are. So
Yep.
we can
I don't
hear
know.
him.
I'm squealing pretty loud.
Yeah, but presumably sort of me and Laurie probably grunting and shouting pretty loud as well.
You're being pulled as well, which it's the rack essentially. You've got Gartok and Laurie on your legs, and something equally as strong on the other side.
I've seen from
I
back
want-
death.
We're struggling to hold this thing back.
You'll be taking damage. I will be.
I want it to be taller.
You're going to be afraid to start doing this.
You're going to get that back pain removed.
But you're going to walk funny afterwards.
I'm going to drop concentration.
That's been promised me
Oh
before.
my god. We were gonna-
Why
we
was
got-
he maintaining concentration? Why was he
He
keeping his
prefers
head for so long?
keeping us
the
docile.
chaotic nature of just watching them just do silly things. Why else would you not? Why else would you keep it up? So we're seeing Corium's legs. Do we know they're Corium's legs?
Oh yeah, you know his legs anywhere.
It's those pajamas.
I don't see him in his nightclothes very
He's got the
often.
Darius pajamas on again. I've washed them several times.
So I imagine he's kind of like
Tabard is up. The Darius symbols are there.
It is the butt flap of Darius.
Darius pants on.
and they're pulling this way. Or
Yes.
that way. So I imagine we've kind of like moved 15 foot to get there. Just 5, 10,
That's fair,
15.
yeah.
And then I'm gonna dash in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just try and get a better view of what is going on.
Bonus action popcorn.
Got it. Oh, do I? No, actually, sorry.
There's a thing! There's a thing that's got Corim! And it's in the bag! It makes no sense! And I've just been trying to hit it every few seconds!
Yes, Laurie,
Precisely.
I understand. I think I'm going to cast in. Oh no, I need to touch. No, I was right. There. No. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. That's as far as I can get. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Go up to behind them. That's double
You.
move because I can dash, and I'm kind of like. I think they're trying to pull Corum out of a bag.
Is he doing that
End
magic trick again?
Of your round, he's going to take a legendary.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it.
I need to touch them. I need to touch them.
That's a 2, giving me 12.
What's in this?
Okay, so he doesn't manage to get his claws in any deeper.
Okay.
It's your round.
My go. Is he right in front of me still?
Yeah, he's right there. He's got his claws into your shoulder. Come on.
Hand on either side of his face.
Okay.
And then mutter a spell.
I've dreamt of this moment.
Oh god.
You're not a bard.
Oh no.
You're upside down kissing.
You're like Spider-Man.
Spider-Man treatment.
15.
Is a miss. So in all of, as your hands come out, he yanks you from side to side, and you can't quite get the grip on him.
It's all the hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually really hard.
4th level spell.
Like in the wind, can't see anything.
I'm working my way down.
Just all hair and makeup.
Get off me, you bitch.
All right, that's you done.
That's me done.
It's his round.
Ooh, it's tickle time.
Well, we've got advantage on his strength checks.
Tickle of death.
Oh, you see, that's the friendly one. Not the squeeze of death.
Laurie might not know.
It's the tickle of
This
death.
one.
Same result,
Enhanced.
but it's
Yeah,
friendlier.
Well, I'm
Slightly
still
funnier.
cast on both of you, just as a reaction, just to try and help you.
So
Just
from within the bag,
strength checks.
you can hear Laurie shouting and Gartok, and you can hear Dramos's voice.
For the moment.
The last voice you hear. Oh, what a horrible thing.
His fingers digging into your shoulder, he moves in really close, moving his head right up the side of yours. You can feel a hair touching the side of your face, and then something wet just touches the side of your face and caresses against your ear.
Is this dunk?
He lets you go and moves back. Darkness takes him.
Okay.
Reinhold, go.
Does he fall out the bag, or is that happening at the same point? Because I was about to banish Corum.
I suppose there's rear pressure on him, so they would pull him out of the bag instantly.
sort of tumble backwards now.
Rigid pressure.
Well, that was my solution.
Laurie and Gartok come back, pulling you out into the light. So Reinhold, yeah, that's what you see.
There's not much we can do, is it? Are we taking the fight? What the fuck happened? So,
Does Corum get a attack of opportunity?
He's moving away from you. You can have that opportunity. Yeah.
Faster.
hold person.
Yeah, that'll be 20 something.
That's a hit.
23. Yeah. 10, 23, 29, 34 points of necrotic damage.
All right. So you manage to get your hand in on the side of his face this time. And as you do, what grey skin you could say just all completely blackens in an instant. You hear him scream, and everyone outside the bag hears a scream pierce through the air, and then he falls back from you. You're pulled out the bag.
Okay. Are we going in the bag?
Yes!
All right.
No! I'll scramble to my feet as quickly as I can.
You don't know what you're talking about!
Expeditious retreat. Bonus action. So I'm going to move 30 feet. Another 30 feet. I'm going to hold my action to jump into the bag. Actually, no. I'm chaotic good. I'm jumping in the fucking bag.
Oh my god.
30. So you can do it 3 times.
Yeah.
That gets him up to the bag.
Okay.
Can't blame him. He was an ape 5 minutes
So
ago.
up to the bag.
Lows I'm going in, highs I'm waiting. That's very cocked. It's a low going in.
Okay. So, how do you want to go in? Because it's a satchel now.
You go in legs first or head first?
I mean, I'm just like probably confused at this point. Like, just kind of.
Yeah, so grab the bag, pulling it away from Raspin, and thrust your arm in, and you just hear Laurie going, "Yes!" Okay, you sort of climb in, Reinhold, a Harbinger.
What is it?
Legs
Three.
coming out of the bag.
Is that going to go out there?
That's such an epic mini. I love it.
Can I see Reinhold or is he in?
I was going to say Reinhold is part in.
Part in. Okay.
He's in, out,
Checking it all about.
It looks like the thing from the ring, doesn't it? It's,
I will use my action to.
Hold my legs, I can get in.
Oh, you're going head first.
Yeah, I think I was going head first.
I would probably be a bit confused.
Oh yeah, Gremlin would have been.
I think
No,
I'll
I
just.
can't move Gremlin.
I think I'm just gonna double move.
So we move bonus action.
What the fuck's going on?
Bad Goblin!
Okay.
I don't look very good.
Okay.
In fact, I'm covered in blood.
Also Raspin.
And, yes, Raspin as well.
Okay. Well, unfortunately,
He was dull moved.
I double moved
So,
to get there.
with Raspin on the ground, potentially in some state of death, on his way to Gar, it comes to Malmuel's go.
Oh shit, come on, Ashley.
Mario rushing.
That'll teach you to go to a fucking wedding.
You will
We
die.
left you to die on the
15
floor.
foot left.
Ah.
I've got 15 foot
No,
left.
that is your 15 foot to get to there. So the
That's
way I imagined
the
it, it took us 15 foot from here to get to the doorway.
I see. I imagined it only being 5 foot to the doorway. Okay, in that case, straight to. God forgive me. Healing word on resting.
Okay.
Thanks to my circle of. Is he unconscious?
He's unconscious.
Yeah. So for my circle of mortality, I do not roll. He has 7 points of healing.
So his eyes will open. Because I'm not killing him when he's not here.
We should have tested your patience. Him, everyone leaves him up. Oh, he rolled a nat 20 on this. He gets up with 1 hit point.
What? How? Who?
Trying
God
to get in the bag.
praised. Oh.
Okay.
Every day.
Bonus action confuddled.
Alright. The lorries go. Just looking angrily at the bag that Ryan holds partly out of. Alright. I am going to take us out of combat.
Okay.
So you manage to squeeze your way part way in the vein. You just see darkness in there. No sign of any creature.
I haven't got any dark vision or anything. I can't go any further, can I? I'm like,
No, it seemed the bag stretched far easier moments before. Right. I'll go in.
it's not stretching any further.
I will give Corin some healing.
Can I divine intervention?
Okay.
Darius, make this a fair fight. Bring him here. Your temple.
I concur.
It's the Darius version of fair.
No. Straight away, 50.
How did it go? What did Darius say?
He said hell no.
I'll give you 50 points, Corin.
Thank you.
It's worth a shot. Oh, that's...
Destroy the bag.
Yes.
Oh no!
Give it to me. I shall
It travels between them.
port it. I shall put it in a safe place.
Yeah, because that was Rasfin's bag that
Yeah.
you went for, and you had the experience of your bag.
Right. I'm going to collect together all the bags.
Okay.
I'm going to go out the temple. I'm going to go over to this rock face over here.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to stone shape a fucking big hole in that rock face there. And I'm going to shove the bags inside. Okay. I'm going to cover it back up. Okay. I'll make sure no one else is actually watching at this point as well.
The rocks over it. You've entombed these 2 bags.
And put a small X. Just so I know exactly where I've put it. And I'm going to
Can we all
remember.
be peeking out behind the thing,
Yeah.
please?
Pirate will have that. We'll be gone by tomorrow.
Now I'm going to return to the temple. We have other things to deal with at the moment, but that will wait until we get back.
What happened?
Yeah.
I was awoken from my trance. A creature attacking me, and it attacked me in a flurry of blows and laid me low too quickly. And then after that, it was just blackness and light for me. I was awake, and then I faded into blackness again. I awoke, and I was being pulled out of the bag.
It's a good job Gartok killed you.
I do not know.
Does it say that?
I do not know who healed me, but they certainly have my thanks.
It must have been Gartok.
It's new to me, but
Kind of inside that.
kept me going.
Good work, Gartok. I was punching it as hard as I could.
I believe Laurie is in the role of.
We,
Really?
I got
Laurie's deception.
I got a 12 on the insight
I think it's
proficiency.
a good idea to leave the bags locked up
7,
this
which I
evening.
got.
But before we set off tomorrow, there will be things in there which I imagine Raspin will want. He keeps
gonna
the
have to get
carpet
that out.
in his bag.
If it's anything like Coram's bag, will we be able to get anything?
It's a good point. If the carpet is in that bag, we can definitely look. It's also where he keeps his ore.
Oh shit.
Yeah, all of Raspin's goodies are in the bag, so I don't think we should.
Not all of his goodies. I've seen the drawer he has at home.
Is that what's it called? The humper? What's
He's got his rampant.
It's a rat
trap!
The Humpers available from www.humpers.com.
You missed the Humpers conversations, I guess.
stupid name?
Well, it's obviously from Hunt the Wumpus.
I agree. We need to get
No,
some
honestly,
rest.
it's England.
I'm googling it.
We need to get some rest, but I suggest we keep some watch.
Yes, I'll take first watch. Yeah. Prop myself up in the corner.
You may have a full rest.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you'd remember Hunt the Wumpus.
It sounds familiar, but
Go on, Harriet. What is it then?
It's a text-based adventure game
Yeah.
where the players move through a series of connected caves. Oh, what the fuck? I apparently clicked on it. Arranged as vertices of a dodecahedron as they hunt a monster named the Wumpus.
Yeah.
right, while you guys are having your rest, I'm quickly going to make a cup of tea. Then we'll pick up with the morning light on you.
What system did it come out on?
Well, it was developed in 1973.
I was going to say that's
and
like Amiga, Atari.
73?
do you know the Wumpus monster has
Commodore.
appeared in Magic the Gathering?
Isn't it?
Yeah. So it's
What,
got a
BBC
video
and
game, a
Spectrum,
novella,
I
and
think?
Magic the Gathering card.
I'm not
Um,
familiar. Old
It's
familiar, but
PC
just old
multiple
consoles.
at the moment, but I'm just
No.
Yeah, Ataris and Commodores in the 80s.
No, it was
Really?
some.
Yep.
It's published by the People's Computer Company.
I remember it.
We must have been part of that.
Well, of course, yes.
Um,
Okay, yes.
So,
It's not one which I've come across. So you got hunted Wumpus, shiven Wumpus, thrashing Wumpus.
oh, cost extra for that.
Thrashing the Wumpus. Later on, they became a metal band.
Thrashing Wumpus.
Probably
I just
exists,
imagine
let's be
just
honest.
long, curly, blonde-haired hippos. I don't know why. It's just like
You wouldn't be
Pure
too,
deathcore.
you wouldn't be too
absolutely.
far off with the hippo thought. Apart from it's got an alien head with very long, sharp teeth.
Oh right.
Definitely deathcore.
Screaming into the mic.
Well, that was exciting.
Corin nearly died.
nearly
Yeah.
died.
Nearly died.
I was
nearly taken
a
into a
little
realm
bit
where we
concerned
couldn't
there,
get
to be
in.
fair.
That's the bigger problem, wouldn't it? We couldn't follow.
So magic, a bag of holding you can climb into, but you have to think of how you do it. I think it works with the whole thought process. Like, how else do you shove a big 6x4 foot rug into a bag of holding?
Yeah,
if you're
someone's
not
got to
thinking
grab
go
you,
into it.
put you in almost, and
Kind of like you think I'm putting myself in the bag.
yeah.
And when you retrieve it, that's when you think of the object and it should come up.
Nobody puts baby in a bag.
That's the one. TI 99.4A.
That's
what
even way before
That's what I
my
played.
knowledge
That's
base.
that's what I played it on.
Christ,
it was
it's a
dis-
radiator.
No joystick.
Yeah, it's just keyboard and was it a large disc? Maybe
Five-
a big
five-
square
5.5
one?
inch floppy
Was
Yeah,
it got-
cartridge.
on Atari.
Discontinued in March '84.
I was 4. No, I was 3.
It came out. When were you born?
80. July 1980.
Ah, right. Okay. I was going to say it came out in June '81.
Good year. It was a very good year.
Crossed 84. Oh no, I wasn't in my teens in '84. Not quite. I know my mate had that. Yeah, Texas Instruments. Yeah.
That's when you actually had to half know a bit of code to operate anything, wasn't it? Just basic commands.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to load game, if you had like a
Bracket
a
run.
Commodore or whatever, you had, you had to
Physically
put
run it.
load or load.
Spectrum.
Yeah, Spectrum. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd never had
PA-99.
Spectrum. I was Commodore.
We started with Spectrum ZX, moved to the Commodore 64, then Dad got an Amiga 500.
That was
So
my
I
route.
went to Atari ST. I went
Had a
to.
Spectrum 48K, when we had a Plus, then we had a 128K, and then I got an Amiga 500.
How much did they cost? Like, obviously, the money's relative to inflation and stuff, but
Amiga
what was,
500 for like 400 quid.
yeah,
or something.
and that's a hell of a lot. Like,
That's-
a grand,
that's,
1,200 quid.
Oh
now,
no,
isn't
no,
it?
that's
Is
a
it?
couple of grand nowadays. Well, it
We'll probably get
back
inflation
then,
calculator.
What's it
I bet
equate
it was-
to?
I
Like,
bet it wasn't far for like 4 weeks' wages. back then.
It was an expensive proposition.
Yeah.
I think the Amiga 500 when I got it, and I had to beg for that. I think that was like £300.
Great. Right. Yeah.
When I got my first PC, which was a 486 DX266
I had 286 for that with a green screen.
with 8 mega memory, and I think I had a 250 megabyte hard, no, 450 megabyte hard drive, something like that.
What
Big
year
hard
was
drive
it?
back in the day.
I had to
Was
spend,
it
so it
81,
cost
was
a
it?
grand for that PC. I had to spend an extra £300 to get the CD drive.
Yep.
So £400 in 1981, costing 2021, because obviously how it works out, is equivalent of £1,245.27. Equivalent in
It's
terms of a.
it's a good spec PC,
Goods and
that, though,
services.
isn't it?
But I reckon that my old man was taking home probably about 100 quid in 81. That would be my guess. And someone doing what he does now would be well,
That's roughly about 311 quid.
yeah, probably best part of 2, but yeah, I reckon probably 2 grand nowadays.
We were in the fortunate position of being in Germany, so we got the we didn't pay quite as much VAT because everything comes through the nappy.
I thought the Amiga was revolutionary when we got it.
Oh, yeah,
It was stunning.
Good machine.
Well, a lot of people still use them for graphics and stuff, don't they? I mean, well, they tend to use Apples now, but
For me, I was jumping up from tapes to floppy.
yeah.
But I got a hard drive for the Amiga. It was a big unit, the size of the Amiga that plunked in the side. This was on the 1200, not the 500. And that was a 256 megabyte hard drive. And I could install everything I had on it.
Yeah.
So
all of the floppies.
I got the 600 HD, which had the hard drive inbuilt, so it was a bigger version of the Amiga 600. Dad got the Amiga 1200, and then I got the CD32.
The floppy disks weren't even the high capacity ones that held 1.44
Yeah.
meg. It was a 720k floppy disk.
13
Crazy now, isn't
discs. 13 discs to play one game.
The last time I
And it
was
didn't work in sequential order either, so it was like insert disc 5.
5. That's
Insert
right. Yeah.
disc 3. Insert disc 13. What?
But the Baldur's Gate was like that. 5 discs.
Yeah.
And it was like depending on where you went in the map, depending on which.
Yeah, it's
disc you had to
one of
shove
the
in.
one of King's Quest ones or Monkey Island.
Mm-hmm.
Commodore 16 was my first actual computer.
Monkey Island 2, I can remember, because I got stuck. I kept going back to the swamp to try and, but every time I go to the swamp, I had to load this, swap the disc over again. But then I got the hard drive, and I could install all this, and the game was brilliant now. But then I went over to PC, and it was Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis, and they'd done the voice acting as well. It was, what the hell? Someone's actually done the voices.
I remember being a kid and getting a micro machine for the Sega Mega Drive, and I thought it was I remember when I first saw it. It's like there was control ports in the game itself, so you could have
Yeah.
4 player, and that blew my fucking mind as a kid.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, can
I
I
remember
afford
Micro Machines. Ace game.
the hell out of that game. That was my childhood.
The Amiga had a,
Soccer, one of my favourites.
the Amiga had a fantastic game called Hired Guns, and it was effectively a 4-person split-screen first-person shooter. But and you all played on the same computer, but it wasn't moving. It was like moving forward chunks like that, moving forward a block. You're going to 90 degrees. It was fantastic.
What? Dungeon Explorer?
Dungeon Master.
Dungeon Master,
Dungeon
but
Master?
Eye of the Beholder was in the same vein.
Yes. Eye the Beholder.
Yeah, classic.
That's the same. It was like you move forward, you got to a corner, you move forward, you turn right. There were 3 rats there attacking you. It was like, fuck! I'm dead now. Time to reload. It takes 2 hours.
I
I
should
never,
never.
I was gonna say, obviously I never had those experiences, but I remember when we first got the Xbox controllers that were like the guns, and then you
Yeah,
could play
yeah,
Resident
yeah.
Evil, and you could play 2-player, but you could play both people because you had 2 guns, and you could just fire and reload.
Yeah,
It was so good,
I
but then,
Time
as
Crisis was
soon
my
as-
version of
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah, but then as soon as they moved away from having the big old back screens,
Yeah,
they went to
'cause they
flat
don't work on
screens.
new
They
ones.
don't work anymore. So
Yeah.
See, mine was Hunt the Wumpers.
yeah,
It's still.
A-
I don't
a
know.
Chucky egg.
Chucky egg.
Chucky egg.
Oh, that's what they Google.
Yeah.
Played that on the Amstrad CPC 128.
Anyway, let's bring it back. Bring it back to the morning. Morning light comes through the windows. Corum's temple,
I mean,
where there was.
that's simple.
Come on now, boys. Come on.
Sorry.
Morning light brings us back to the temple, where only a few hours ago, something tried to take Corim. You say you're fully rested.
Right, I think we've got some explaining to do for the town before we go.
Do we?
Well, Labour watching.
We'll go and open the front door. There's a pall of smoke still coming up from the bottom of the.
There's a number of townsfolk out there.
Well, just looking at the building.
Hmm.
How do
Good
we...
morning.
Ah, friends, unusual nights it has been. The town, unfortunately, beset by lots of horrific creatures battling each other. I hope you are all safe.
Yes,
Yes.
we
Good.
defeated a bunch of them.
You're out?
We were the apes.
No.
Not all of us. You
Well,
understand.
2 of them.
This is made possible by your spellcasters. Yes? Yes? Yes. Oh.
What are these? What were these other creatures? These giants
Guys.
that came down from the mountain.
Horrible creatures. They come down. For some reason, they don't try, or at least they have tried, but they don't come into the buildings. But if they catch one of us in the street, that is it. That person never seen again.
I believe they are to take back to their tribe.
Well, if that is the case, perhaps we could put out some fish or catch some deer and just leave it near the mountains and they take that away.
Depends how many is alive. We've killed the ones that were here.
And it is very true, maybe the problem is all gone. It's not something we have to worry about ever again.
The creature that I thought that this is out of character, the one that vomited everywhere.
Yeah. You want me to describe it again?
No, please don't. No. They were they all dead?
They were not undead.
They were just like horribly. Alright, sorry. Carry on. Do you? You said that your gods. Are any of them god of war and peace, fighting, and strength and honor?
Ah. Well, we had the shaman taught us his ways. I mean, the gods, why would they push you towards war? It is not the way, really. The gods represent things in many ways that we can pray towards and they, to keep them away.
To keep them by the creatures?
Yes. You
Well,
know,
surely strength and fighting is one way of dealing with your enemies. That's what we did.
Well,
Very much.
are you saying your god is of war?
War and peace.
More war.
Tell us more. Tell us more.
Laurie,
Bring
do you
your
want to show
friends.
them, man?
Right. Well, the first thing about Darius is to learn the basics. Now come over here. Okay.
No,
Oh, this is
Zaras.
not a good
Zaras. we went
Well, I
through
was
this.
interested in.
If you want to let Laurie show you how he worships their god,
I am
then,
freshly rested.
I suggest you send your best fighter.
Why would I send a
Maran.
fighter to learn about gods?
He
Because he
teaches
likes-
with his fists.
Yes, he's a kinetic learner. It's a very physical process.
You will wrestle.
There will be pain.
That is our way. It is the way.
Our god is the god of war, and we worship him by our very actions.
Not fooling anyone.
And Laurie is
Is it his
the
own?
most devout
He's an
of
apex
the
predator.
worshippers.
This is very unusual. We had this shaman. They did not represent the gods in such a way.
There are many ways
there
to
are other
interpret.
gods.
There are many ways to interpret how you worship the gods. This is Laurie's expression to worship his god the way he does.
And you are all worshippers of this god
No.
of war and peace.
No, we worship.
There are all the priests in this party, bar one, worship this god.
What is it that you worship? We would all be interested to hear.
You would know him as Ankelos, I think.
Oh, yes, the god of death.
The only god that you need truly pay attention to.
Well, we pray and hopefully it keeps Ankelos away, yes.
Not away. Your prayers cannot keep him away, but might provide you with some comfort in the afterlife.
Comfort in the afterlife. This is not the teachings of our shaman.
We've met him. Not the shaman.
You have met Ankelos.
Right, his name is Gar.
You speak in terms of which the man understands.
How is Ankelos described within? Or how does your shaman describe the god of death?
The god of death is a huge, hulking figure that lives in a place, a godly realm, like our own, but to the side. And there Ankelos sits, and he waits for the souls to come to him.
River of riding souls, yep, been there.
I think we are digressing from the matter.
Yes.
I think your idea of collecting extra rations may help subside some of their hunger.
Or it may draw more of them to
Yeah,
you.
will draw more. It's a buffet.
Do you wish to come inside and view the inside of the
I'm listening. Okay.
temple? It is.
I can go inside your building. I would like very much to see this.
Yes, of course. It is nothing special, but and it will not last. It will not last until nightfall. But
Yep.
as long as the door is not closed, you may enter.
Your magic building does not last forever.
It could do with some preparation, but
We would like that. Spend some preparation. You may keep your temple here, a new representation of the gods. We have precious little like that, so.
well, unfortunately, I would need to remain with you for a year.
That seems a little bit much.
Well, yes.
We could not ask that of you, although we have so thoroughly enjoyed having new friends here. As I say, we have outsiders visit. But it has been a little while since we've had any new guests.
Indeed.
Yes.
How is your lovely wife?
Oh, well, she is filled with hot spirit this morning. She is a lucky woman to have a man like me by her side.
She certainly is. So,
This god of war, does he encourage you to fight?
Oh,
Yes!
Encourages honour in fighting, and strength,
Also
determination.
courage and heal those that can fight. That's just the way I
Do you,
honour
and you
Darius.
fear him?
No, never feared him.
Reverence is probably a better word.
Interesting. Well, enough of this talk of gods and horrible creatures in the hills. We cannot spend all of our time upset by things that might not affect us. For now, the sun is in the sky, the air is fresh. I would like to offer you some breakfast.
That sounds delicious.
it does.
And then you will be on your way, or would you like to stay with us a little bit longer?
I think we will be on our way.
We're on mission.
We have a mission to uphold, but we shall certainly pass back this way
Yeah.
on our return.
Well, we will be ready for you when you do come back.
Can we ask that you keep an eye on our horses and Kong?
Your horses in Kong,
They are down at the bottom of the steps, but be careful of Kong.
Don't get too close to him. It's a savage beast,
like a particularly aggressive horse.
not a horse.
He may need a little training.
I wouldn't advise doing that yourselves.
Throw the food towards him. I'm sure he'll be up to it.
He's a savage creature, so he responds to savage ways. I'm very curious to see what this Kong is.
Is he a what?
Walk.
He's
Good.
a warg.
This is a warg.
Imagine a very large wolf. Make it about the size of nearly one of the creatures which came down from the mountains.
I'm going to go and see him as soon as breakfast is over. It's quite an experience to see something new like this.
Don't release him. For your own sake.
Okay. Well, out of respect for our friends and visitors, we will be happy to look after your horses and Kong until you return.
Then could you tell us what the terrain is like? The inland sea where we are travelling to. The river
Oh yes.
leads up to that, does it not? How much travel would that entail?
Well, you'll follow the river here. It does cut through the mountains, but you will be going uphill and through quite difficult terrain for some distance. But once you're past that point, the land will open up and you just follow this water source. It will take you all the way there.
The river, is it would it be a smooth ride by boat on the river or
The current is mostly flowing this way, so you would. It is a challenge to take it upriver. It's you see by the state of the boat, it's not in the greatest condition.
Have the boats got sails?
That's where the wind's going.
Well, that's
Might provide us with a vehicle to return, at least. Should we be laden with a horde of worthwhile items?
weather can be changed.
Well, I mean, obviously not my boats, but you are our friends. You are effectively citizens here. And what is good for you is good for the town. So if it would help you to take one of these boats up north and return with it laden with the spoils of your journeys, then I will have a conversation with some of the townsfolk and see if we can let it free.
And someone to pilot it, of course.
None of you are skilled on the boat?
No.
Well, another question I can ask, although many of our people we are quite insular, like staying together as a community.
They will of course be well paid for their service.
At the very least, I can have the conversation and we can go from there. But for the moment, if you just head over the bridge, we'll put out some tables in the fresh morning air and you can have a nice fish breakfast.
It is very generous of you.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
More than happily accept.
So, excuse me, I have to have some conversations, and, well, our townsfolk have to get about our daily business, you know. No idle hands, everybody has to work, otherwise it doesn't work at all. Now, excuse me. He moves away, going over to a group of people, putting his hand around one of them and talking into his ear.
Can I try and listen in? Like, I want to hear the tone.
Yeah.
Is he being a bastard or is he... How does the tone change?
Okay, perception check.
Nat 20, 27.
You don't get that the tone has changed. You can't catch out fully what he's saying, but it's still. But it's all from him. The person he's speaking to isn't responding in a like manner.
Yeah. So I thought he's telling him in his own way. Yeah. Okay.
Is your spell still in effect, Corin?
Which spell?
The one which leads you to where we're headed.
It's quite a difficult spell to cast. Do we
It's-
need it again, or
I do not think so. I think if we, for now, by boat, how long do you think it would take us to reach the inland sea?
Well, I'm not so sure myself. You hold on a minute. I'm still talking to these people, and I did say go and have some breakfast. I need time to plan these things. It's okay. It's all right. I don't know what it is. I'm used to just having.
What type of fish have they put out for us?
God, it's the same as yesterday. What did I have it written
Same
down.
as yesterday
A
fish.
huge wobble gong, wasn't it?
Yeah. Start troughing.
tuck it in?
Was it the bansai? The bansai fish.
Let's see if I actually wrote this down.
I didn't. I'm looking back and I did
Fish.
not write what
But we
damage.
recognise it's the same fish
Same
that we ate
fish, yeah.
yesterday.
Did we have mushy peas?
No.
Ah.
Thank God.
Is the fish without mushy peas?
Quite simply. Especially if it's fresh fish. Oh yeah, mushy peas with fresh fish.
Because we're English, damn it.
Why?
The first thing we do with fresh fish is make sure it's not fresh anymore.
Yeah.
What is the thing
Cover it in
about the
oil,
washing
batter.
process that makes them go disgusting? That's the question.
God would want you to have mushy peas.
God would.
He wills it for us all.
Must eat your sugary greens.
Yes, there's Gar going, it's a slow day.
Look, I didn't
like
write it
branching
down,
out.
So I wasn't around when they said something official.
Start with condiments. First, get rid of the ketchup. Now it's only brown sauce.
This place is ripe for a religious revolution.
Bit purging.
It's steeped in bicarbonate of soda, which gives them a different taste from normal food.
Salt.
Yeah. Salt, sugar, shit.
No. No.
No, I love them. It's just genuine
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Salt, fine. Sugar, fine. Shit, no. Don't associate it with your food.
I'm gonna have my scarf, and then wrap some neatly up and pop it in my bag for rations because Ramos doesn't carry rations. Rations.
Culinary.
This is regular. You thought it was regular fish, but no, this is ration.
This is a ration.
It's just an absolutely blasted croissant in there.
It's like regular fish, but it is far more pretentious.
And then I'm going to go back into. I'm going to head towards the tower. Not the. There's a tower on that side and a tower on this side, isn't there?
That's right.
I'm going to head into this tower.
Okay, you have a quick look over this tower. It's a far worse state than the first one. To the point you can go up the door and look inside. You can see that the upper story that's intact in the other one has completely collapsed here. It's pretty much a rectangular open building. You go inside, you can see straight out to the sky. There's obviously the marks in the wall where there were once wooden beams that supported it, stairs and a floor, but it's long since gone.
Is there somewhere I could sit down, take out my crystal ball, and try and scry the dragon?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's going to take 10 minutes, I believe, is how long it takes to cast scry.
Right, while you're doing that, Zalas will come back. Well, nobody was keen, but I have managed to work my magic. I don't have actual magic, but you know how it is. I've talked to the people and really made it seem like it was for the best for everybody if someone helped you. So Jovinus has volunteered to pilot the boat up there.
Is he competent?
She?
Oh, sorry.
Yes, she is very competent.
Insight check.
Fuck. He's the worst
11.
person ever.
Jovinus of the high seas, lord of all ships.
What's
Your
his
Grace.
name?
Jovinus.
Spell.
Jovinis.
Jovinus.
Jovinus.
Is Jovinus one of the fishermen, I presume?
She has worked in that way, yes.
Okay.
Is she here? Can we talk to her?
She's up. She'll be up getting the boat ready.
Don't take this the wrong way. Does she have a husband? Does she have family? Does
What?
We
done, she will when
you
she
know
gets
where
back.
we are going.
If you're looking for me to bless some sort of union, then Jovinus is a fine woman. She is very physically fit, able to lift as much as many men.
I'm not going to beat around the bush. She may die. We are.
What kind of proposal is this?
We need transport. We are doing this for the greater good of the realm.
Oh, you mean because of the harsh, dangerous place you're going?
Just general travelling. You saw
She
what
has
you
a
saw what
father
happened here.
in the village, but she has no husband and no children.
Do not panic, the man, Reinhold.
She volunteered for this.
She will be fine. Darius will bless this woman, I'm sure.
We'll obviously get her consent first, because we are not so familiar with your gods.
I I shall go and speak to her and make myself known. So I'll leave and I'll go and make my way up to the boat.
Take a jaunt up to the boat then.
Yes.
Where you find this.
Jovinus.
You assume it to be Jovinus, being the only woman, in fact the only person on the boat. She climbed up the main mast of it. It's not a huge boat, so you can see the boat moving quite a bit with the additional weight up there, but she's pulling on ropes as she's moving down it.
I would have been following Corin.
She spies you approaching and climbs down.
Greetings, you would be Jovinus then?
Jovinus is my name.
The journey to the inland sea, how long do you anticipate?
I've not fully been to the inland sea before, but
I see.
we will be going against the current. If conditions are good, it may be a day.
I'm sure conditions will be good.
How's the ship looking?
We're a small community atop a waterfall. These boats are taken up river to catch fish and whatever else we can get. Crayfish, stuff like that. I'm not sure how it'll fare if we hit the inland sea properly.
We can repair by magical means, but we must do it now.
Well, I'll take a look over the hull.
Show me the weak points and I'll go around and repair.
She'll go over and she'll point out a few points where you can see it's not damaged, but there are points you can see where it's been patched.
I'll cast mending and kind of blend it in. Just sort of sink my hands in.
It's quite a skill.
Beats hammer and nail.
Does it work on other things or just
Metal,
wood?
object, rope, anything that isn't flesh.
That's an astounding ability. Think what good you could do with that.
It's actually one of the weakest spells that we can cast, ironically, but it's come.
We're talking about the ability to just place your hand on an item and instantly repair it. And you say that's one of the weakest things you can do?
I suppose that would be technically true. I mean, I will attempt to. I will not attempt. I will change the weather for our journey upstream.
You will change the weather.
Yes, we shall have a good tailwind to help us up the river.
How?
It is the divine blessings from our God.
Praise Darius.
Again, the gods. They are distant.
We are not as distant as you might think.
You command the power to have the gods actually come and assist you, to change the weather for you, to allow you to repair things like it's nothing. With the skill you have, people work endlessly to do the repairs that you've done in just a few minutes.
But it is.
Well, maybe when we return this way, we can speak to some of you, and maybe we can produce, have a small shrine, and you yourselves can maybe pray to our God, and maybe He will also deem you worthy to be blessed with some abilities.
With abilities like yours could take the settlement and rule it yourself. People would fall down on their knees for such power. No wonder Zalus is worried.
Zalus is worried?
Of course. If I were in his position and I had people who could do things like that, magical people, I would be afraid.
He's been bending over backwards to help us, and I imagine he does that for every single person, regardless of.
He does keep the community safe.
That is good. That is what you want from a leader, is it not?
It is.
Here's a question: would you sell us out? Someone asked where we were.
I'm no friend of Zalus.
There's no wrong answer. It is just a question.
I think if it was down to you or the lives of one of the other people here, he would choose one of the other people here.
Well, that is only right. He does not owe us any fealty or loyalty. But,
Predictable. Yeah.
So how soon before we can sail?
I would have said the rest of the day, but really, with what you've just done, I'm sorry, I did not ask your name.
Reinhold.
I'm Corin.
Corin. We could go within the hour.
Good.
Pack up anything you need. Get yourself some food. You will be paid, of course.
And we shall go and fetch the rest of our party.
Will I be honest with me now? Will I be returning from this?
We do not plan on putting you in any personal danger.
From what's been happened just last night, it seems your town is already in danger.
Well, whatever deal Zalas has reached, it does seem to keep people safe while they're indoors.
I think the plan would be to, if we can reach the inland sea before the end of the day, hopefully with the tailwind should not prove too much of a problem. We will make camp on the edge of the inland sea, and then we will look to cross maybe tomorrow.
Well, ready yourselves. I'll get my supplies and I'll be ready to sail in an hour.
Bring a weapon.
Okay.
I do not believe you will need it.
Better to have it and not need it.
That is true, though. We'll see you back here shortly, and I'll make our way back.
Okay.
Well, the boat is nearly ready. We have spoken to the pilot, and she seems very amenable. And the boat is fit and ready for us to leave within the hour.
Good head on her shoulders as well.
Let's hope it stays there.
I would prepare the burial rituals. Gah, one for you. Incoming.
One for you, one for me.
Oh my god.
Okay, so if you get your guys out of the temple, I will throw up the world map and
I'll be more impressed if you did that.
How does my scrying go?
Okay.
So basically, I'll just go
Not
back.
resolve.
I shall pick my stuff up, and then I shall make my way straight and go straight back to the boat. At which point I shall start casting.
Is beautiful in every single way. You leave my precious yard. I've genuinely started looking at Sink's cats now. They're bastards. They really are bastards.
Yeah, well, as long as you don't get yourself a rat and a fucking owl as well.
Yeah.
I might.
Yeah, but then you'll be plucking the owl, won't you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the set.
I want to rescue out with a specific skin condition.
This one is perfect. Why? No reason.
We once went to a bird sanctuary where they had an owl which had lost feathers on its wings through an accident, and they super glued them back on, and they replaced the spines of its wing with the bits of a Bic pen, and it was just the right weight that it could fly again.
Wow.
Dad's freaking out though. The bird's flying towards his head. And
Yeah, there's like 40 people, and all of them are 5 foot. Except for me.
It's just a sea of hair. Then you, nice and tall and grand to be landed on with his big talons.
But yeah, it was amazing that
His
they'd done
talons made out of McDonald's
No,
stairs.
it's X-Acto blades just on each one.
It is an owl construct.
that. I thought you would have liked
gonna
it.
say,
Halfway
down in this part of the world,
past,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
It still has a soul though.
The flesh is weak.
Yeah.
It's a cyborg owl, yeah.
I have a problem with any stuff like that. We went in a butterfly sanctuary and they land on you and I'm like, Don't
Well,
slap
no,
it.
Don't slap it.
It's my instinct. An insect lands on me.
Oh, it's like that's 2 grand's worth of insect.
Yeah.
The bird sanctuary in West Midlands Safari Park is amazing. They give you jars of nectar, and they know exactly where it is, so they immediately go straight for your hand, and you're just like
Wow.
covered in them. You know, like, oh god.
That's cool.
When I
Never
was
been
younger,
there.
I went to. I think it was
Hellish.
twice.
It's amazing.
I think it was Twycross Zoo. It was a zoo of some kind. And I remember I brought a butterfly, and it was in a box. It was dead, and it had some pins
Yeah.
stuck through it as well.
It's the sign.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
but it was huge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
Yeah,
the
it was in a
butterflies
box that kind of
in the
size.
butterfly sanctuary are huge,
Yeah.
and they're attracted to blue items. If you're wearing jeans, they all fly on your legs. It's when they close their wings and then you look at them with their wings closed, you're
Yeah,
like,
oh,
that's not
yeah.
as cute as or as beautiful as before. It's kind of hideous now.
You zoom in.
Yeah. They look really quite creepy when they let when they wings close. Yeah, my sister was wearing a blue top and they kept like landing up here, and she was like, Harriet, I need you to like
I'm freaking
somehow
out.
remove them.
Just
I'm freaking out.
I was like, just walk away, walk away. But yeah, no, they're really cool, really beautiful when their wings are out.
Yeah.
So I'll cast Control Weather. It takes me 10 minutes, and then it takes like a D4 times 10 minutes to take effect.
Green screen comes up behind you, and you start pointing. So.
Effectively, and basically I can control the weather
I hate those.
which basically includes the wind
So I
for
think
8 hours.
I will ride an Altivo.
Okay.
Download, go
Ah.
something like that for you.
So, we're not getting on the boat then.
We might have to.
Why would we? I've got these.
Yes, I didn't have those. If we could,
Look how brilliantly white they are.
if we could keep low though, because I don't want anything to see us coming.
Well, surely we want people to know we're coming, so they run in fear.
I don't think the dragon will run in fear if it sees us.
Stress. I don't think you overestimate the dragon.
I definitely don't overestimate it.
It's not our first time against a dragon. Come on.
We need to talk, Altivo.
We are talking.
No, we need to have a serious conversation
Okay.
about not thinking too highly of our own abilities.
I just remember you saying I was glorious over and over again.
Yes, you are glorious.
I know.
But there is a trait that you appear to be lacking.
Change the word, find a current condition on the front table.
Well, it's-
change its stage. Blah,
it's
blah,
not
blah,
bravery,
blah,
'cause I've got
change
plenty
the
of
way you
that.
can change
It's
its style.
modesty.
Not honour, because I've got
Right,
plenty of
okay,
that.
so-
It's modesty.
Wind.
Modesty. Why would I have need
Does
of
anyone
modesty when
feel
I
like
am
the
so
Harbinger's
glorious?
relationship with her horse is rather
I just thought we were supposed to strike
tempestuous
fear
or
into
strange,
the hearts of
Very
evil.
toxic relationship.
I feel like there's nothing better than to swoop down from the sky with my hooves flashing through the air, my wings out wide, with you on my back, one of those swords ready to...
carrots would help the situation.
It
No,
is.
yeah, I've tried, but it doesn't work. Carrots are beyond it.
The things that you're talking about are
Horse
true.
it's not what Pegasus.
I look. I know.
Maybe
I
mints.
know that I've upset you with the flying thing, but honestly, I would give my life to
Are they like
save you
baby
or
carrots?
any of your friends.
And
The
those are-
anti-carrots. She empty.
I would die in the most
Monster.
glorious way to save any of them,
we
and
need
everybody
to have
would talk about me for such a long time.
Altivo,
Yes.
do you remember being young?
Well, no, not really, but I assume that's just because it wasn't as good as it is now.
Because you're a creation.
We're all a creation, if you think that.
It's true. You're a creation. I created you.
What?
Mother.
I made you from the divine magic of Darus.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What am I? You're adopted.
It's worse
Are
than
you
that.
saying that I'm not real?
You are real. saying that you are
Can we see the
made-
expression on TV's face?
Inside.
You're made from divine energy.
Yes, obviously.
Energy, though, not matter.
Oh. And no one. But
So
he
when
stamps his feet.
so when you
But I am
are
real.
killed, you vanish and then can be brought back.
Yeah. No.
It's worse than that as well.
No, I've never died in combat. I've been knocked unconscious and I wake up again.
You have died a few times.
What?
I'm gonna go up and start stroking his.
His long face.
What happened to that?
There was a time.
What happened?
Do you
What?
remember all that time
Harbinger.
ago where we?
Harbinger. I don't think this is the time for
It
this
is the
conversation.
time.
What happened?
It is the time.
before Dragonfall.
What happens to my soul when I die then?
You go. You're held by Darius until I bring you back.
Darius.
That's what I believe.
Sorry, something stuck in my throat.
So I'm not real.
You are
You
real.
made me up.
You are real.
I'm going to need some time.
There's something else though.
What else? What else could there be?
Well,
Like,
you
5 minutes ago, I was the most glorious mount of the Harbinger of
you are
Darius,
still
and now,
the most glorious mount of the Harbinger.
and now but you made me up, just like a spell.
Well, you're real now, aren't you?
Well, I don't know. Am I? I can't die. I don't know.
Isn't that a good thing?
But there's a way things are supposed to be, isn't it? You die and then you go on. Will I never have rest? Will I always come back?
I think if I die and you die, there will be no coming back for that.
What if you die first? Do I just disappear?
If I die, you will die when you die naturally. You don't end when I end because you are real. You are alive.
But I've died several times, you say.
And then through Darius's power, I brought you back. That time when we fought those owlbears and ogres in the basement of the Tower of Darius was the first time.
Yes.
And in the Morfell fight,
Yes. And you knocked me to the side, and then
you vanished until I brought you back. You need to consider the fact that you say so plainly that some people are evildoers.
I can feel it.
I know you think that, but originally when I created you, I was a
Don't stop saying
worshipper
that.
of fate.
What?
A long time ago.
You were a worshipper of fate, our mortal enemy, and you're telling me this now? How come I don't remember?
I don't know why I don't remember.
Fate is evil. What's wrong with you, mistress?
Well, I turned away from that, and now I make it my goal to end fate. But when you say someone's an evildoer, it's important to remember that there can be redemption, and you can turn darkness into light.
I'm going to need to concentrate on the flying for a bit here. It's like a tricky winds up ahead.
Should I get off?
Not right now. No, we're quite high.
Do you want to put me down?
Oh, well, I wouldn't want you to die. That would be awful. I'll take you down.
Okay. You can put me on the boat.
He goes down slowly.
Teenage face. You don't understand me more.
Isn't that?
It's gonna get like full hair.
Yeah, his maid's going to come over.
Yeah, he's gonna do that.
suit's black. What are you wearing?
Yeah, let's go get tattoos. Start listening to Tool.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got like born to smite evil, but he's got born crossed out.
Took a second to hit. Yeah.
Had made put above it. Alright, so he takes flight again and up above you.
But I have to have that conversation.
Possibly not before you're about to face a rather large dragon.
No, I just want him to know that when we are facing the dragon, if he dives towards the dragon with me on his back, we will both perish immediately. Or whoever is on him. I want him to be able to save someone, not take an extra kick and then kill himself and someone else. A hoof.
I'm going to ritual cast
Okay.
Oh God. Like, I hate
Yes, I've took that as well.
because fuck that noise.
So you
I tried to scry the dragon. It seemed to resist my attempts.
I see.
Well, everyone, including boat lady, got the name.
You're just looking at her.
Jovinus.
I wasn't there when you met her, so
I've
not
been.
been-
You just I can imagine now you'd gone to the boat lady.
I've just onto the boat. Hi.
Fuck. Boat lady
I
says
think
the
it
boat.
is. I think it is Jovinus.
Oh, van. Was it
Sounds like a 50s rock and roll.
No, I kept thinking
Jovinus,
Jovian,
yeah.
you see, and it's.
Can I help you? I mean, if you're probably better off sitting rather than stood right in front of me on the tiller.
Sorry, I'm awful with names. I'm trying to cast a spell that needs your. It's part of the somatic component, or the verbal component, technically, but you've got to do it with your hands somatically. I need to spell it. How do you spell your name?
Jovinus.
Yes, Jovinus.
Jovinis.
You can walk on water.
I can what?
Put a foot in the water.
I can't. I'm piloting the boat.
How fast the boat going?
It's pretty slow.
I'm going to jump out.
Really?
Yeah,
There's a strong wind behind us.
and there's quite a current as well, so you're combating it and moving at better speed. You
I'll up the wind to a gale.
Altiva floating out the sky.
There is one.
Straight into a mountain.
Crushed.
Oh, he's flying against with the wind. He will be losing altitude because nothing's going over his wings.
I can upgrade to a storm.
well, don't please.
No, it's
We're making
just a
good
strong,
progress.
just a strong wind at the moment.
I'll jump out and start kind of jogging.
Dear.
Jump back in.
By all the gods.
Do you want to try it? I'll hold the boat. When's the next time you're going to get to try this?
I suppose. No, hold the tiller. And
Hold
she's-
the tiller.
She's there and puts her foot over the edge and
Never casted it on her. See you later, bitch. No, I guess.
yeah, she does, and there's her foot sinks into the water, but then there's resistance. Fucking,
And you can all do things like this.
Well, not all capable of casting that spell, but
It's just our community. We could be so much more if we had access to gods that give powers like this.
they don't give powers; they grant powers, and it does come at a cost. You know, you do have to worship the deity and really feel
We
Yeah.
pray to the.
and welcome them into your heart. It's,
We do pray to the gods, but you know,
Depends which god and if they're listening.
yes.
it's mostly to you know
When-
fend off ill and keep
Well-
bad things away.
Well, Darius can do both of those. We shall speak when we come back.
There are other ways of learning magics. It does not have to be granted by the gods.
Book learnt.
What can you do? So far, I've seen this one here, Reinhold. He just held his hands against the wood of the boat and repaired the damage. Can you believe that?
I've seen him do it many times.
This wind has been conjured by Corin. And now I cannot penetrate the surface of the water.
He's our main magic user. You should see what he can do.
What can you do?
Also, everything. You don't
Vainly
want to know.
bring destruction.
That doesn't sound good.
There are pros and cons to it. I can also do this. Hold up a piece of copper wire. I can send you messages in your head. Sorry, a whisper behind your ear. And you can reply.
No, it's a bit much. I'm sorry. We get so used to this.
Well, if Zalus was going to assign me any task, even if this one is supposedly dangerous, how much danger could I be in a boat filled with you people?
Has Alice told you the actual danger which we're heading towards? Have we told Zalus what danger we head towards?
Yes, that will be a mark of his character.
He said that I was to pilot you up river. We all know that there are creatures that rove the plains here, and people that we stay well away from.
We have faced many a dangerous foe, but we are headed towards the volcano.
In the centre of the sea.
I believe that is our destination, is it not?
I believe that is where we will ultimately end up.
So that is a physical danger which we need to be protected against, and the creature that lives inside with its guardians.
Well, the right people are going to do it. You can bring destruction, and you have the ear of the gods.
Does your group trade in coin, gold, silver?
Well, Zalas really collects all of those things. They're very little use to us as a community, but he collects a significant amount for when we have visitors, friends come to visit.
So you have no personal currency within your own group?
No,
Trading
we
food for items?
we work as a community to gather the food. We work as a community to repair buildings.
It's an interesting way of living.
You travel for some time. The mountains steep on either side of you. From time to time you feel that there are things on those high slopes watching. At one point a rock tumbles down on the right hand side. But you see no obvious assailants out there.
I'll poof up Gremlin and then get high. See what's up there. I make myself shit, son! I made a magic cow! Oh yeah! Some strong shit! No! Gremlin, stop that!
Javinus is again startled as she sees this
Hideous.
this hideous thing conjured from nowhere.
It's fine, it's just Gremlin. Go, up, up, up. Don't look at me like that. You know what your fucking job is. Go, get up.
Up into the air, buffeted by the wind.
Oh shit!
But very little in the way of resistance to it.
So it goes forward.
No, Gremlin, turn round and hover. You'll follow it backwards if you.
But yeah, Gremlin goes up. Again, no obvious assailant is there, but there is this feeling of unease that these mountains contain something. Maybe you are too much of a threat for it after last night's incident. Maybe it's not that interested in you or biding its time. But by the by, you pass out of the mountains.
During the journey, could I find a moment where Jovinius is not watching anyone else and take a moment to talk to her?
Okay, yeah, I mean, I'm sure up
Yes,
and everything.
on the 15-foot long boat.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Jovinius, that spell only lasts an hour. Don't jump in the water after an hour.
Well, I'm glad you told me.
I thought I'd make that clear.
Okay. I don't think we've spoken yet.
Do you follow Arcaelos? Do you observe the rites of the god of death?
Everybody fears the god of death,
Good.
and everybody prays to ensure our souls are not consumed.
This is good. You will praise Arcaelos with me. I command it. I'm going to cast Gaius.
Yes.
Can she make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Yes, Maximus.
9.
Lovely. For the next 30 days, I shall be commanding her to do some perfectly normal, upright things.
Okay.
What spell was it? That sounds
At 6 o'clock, you will floss uncontrollably on the roof of your house.
GES.
Back to the air wanking. There we go. A minute.
Gaius.
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 Yeah, Gaius. I've always said Gaius. I don't know if it's right or not.
I'm sure someone has done a pronunciation guide.
Yeah, Matt Mercer.
That'll be a 4-page Reddit thing, people arguing.
It's pronounced gaze.
I thought it would be pronounced that.
Gesture or gesture?
Gesture.
Yes.
Well, if in the English language, if the rules were consistent, wouldn't the world be a much simpler place? But they're not.
Language is fucked. Have you seen?
Of course,
Yes.
we're all going that way. No matter what we want, as long as Ankelos
Gash.
shepherds us, we should praise him. It actually comforts me that there's someone in this group that has something that is familiar to me.
It's good, child. Well done. Just remember my name, Malamir.
Malamir. Okay, Malamir. Thank you.
That's always.
Yeah, Chris Perkins has a rule in like it's an Irish word. Gash or gaff.
It's a read
Says that you can pronounce it either way.
So who says this?
Chris
That's an
Perkins
Where's he from?
spell.
is one of the main
Creative director of D&D.
Something.
So he's American.
Yeah.
Fuck that then. I ain't
What's he
taking
saying,
anything. That's
gash?
what he says.
Yeah, we're not calling it gash.
I'm casting guess.
Yeah.
G-A-S-H. I think that's gash.
Well, that's not how it's spelled.
No.
Gaius.
We'll call it G.
Dr. Gaius. Dr.
Is it?
That's a bitch of a spell.
It's not how it's spelled, no, but unless you're going to pick up your pahone.
Exactly. What is it? Gnome, knob, it's
Just
knob.
a
Gnob.
powerful command.
Hey Siri.
That's cool.
Yeah, which if she goes against,
Once
How
per
do you
day.
pronounce Gaius?
No, she ain't going to do it more than once per day, let's
Oh,
face it.
Okay, I found this on the web for how do you pronounce Gias. Check it out.
Check it out there.
yes.
Gaius.
Yes.
The ideal response to that is, see what I just said.
Yes.
That's the British version of the phone saying that. Like, are you listening to me?
Really?
Okay. So anything else?
What's the
How
view like
far
if we're
away-
outside of the mountains?
Yeah.
How far are we away? I spoke to Javinus. How far away from the volcano now?
So this is the river widens out at this point to there'll be a lake which is fed at the northern point from the inland sea. So we'll be out in the open water for a little bit from here. The land surrounding here are mostly flat land, plains. If there's anything in the sky, we're going to be visible. But you sent up that creature that you summoned, and I saw the winged horse. So I'm sure you'll see anything. The fish are good up here. They flow down from the sea into this lake, and then they're automatically fed into the lake. Hence why we catch so many with the nets.
So that's a bottleneck. You're using the environment to your advantage. So, I was just looking at the group. What's Javinus doing whilst we're having fun?
It would be safer if she came with us.
It would be safer if she came back.
That's what I was thinking. Go back.
With the boat, why we shall need it on the way back?
Not necessarily.
Jovinius, I imagine you would want to come with us. You do want to come with us, don't you?
Of course, yeah.
Then she needs to be explained what we're doing.
We are hunting the red dragon.
Hunting a red dragon.
Yes, the red dragon, the very large one that you see flying in the sky. The one that lives in the volcano, which I told you about with the guardians. There are at least 3 of them left that we know of. One of them we have dealt with. What else lies out across the lake, I can't tell you. You probably know more of these lands than we do.
Well, yeah. There's I mean, I don't go much further north than this because there's a town on the southernmost edge of the sea. There's a couple of them actually making the most of the fishing rights, but Zalas prefers that we stay, uncorrupted by excess that larger civilization has to offer. But this red dragon, you people are also powerful. You can handle this, can you?
You should know that we aren't entirely sure that we will be able to. We are probably the best equipped group that we know to deal with it, but this dragon laid waste to an entire city. So it will be extremely perilous. We may not all come back.
It will be challenging.
That's an understatement of the day. Yeah.
Obviously, I know about the dragon. The dragon has flown over, but never attacked us.
You have no interest with his, you have no wealth, not what he wants.
No. But you're going to destroy it.
We're going to try. We're going to praise Darius. Whatever happens, happens.
If it's destroyed, then my community will be safe.
Save that.
We'll be safe from one, well, there'll be one less threat.
That's why we're dealing with it, because it poses a threat to our community.
One of the greatest.
Well, then I'll take this boat up to the shores of the island where the dragon is, and then you will try to kill it.
Yes. That is the general idea, although if the dragon, we cannot be caught out on the water with the dragon, that will make our job much more perilous.
Not impossible.
it will be a long way across open water to the volcano.
Do you know how far it is from the nearest part of the mainland to the volcano?
Further than it is from the Tower of Garrus to the.
Yeah.
It's a
From-
chunk, isn't it?
Yeah, let's go for the other map here.
It's fair old. Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
It's like the.
So
it's
we-
like
So
there
as
is
far as
another-
we've come already. Really.
So there is another island just before it.
We are in
Is the
that
Premier Inn
little
on
lake there.
Yeah.
Is it what, sorry?
Premier Inn.
We'll stop over for the night.
Hot in.
Unfortunately, they've only got a day's in.
Oh, fuck.
Yes. Maybe if we head up onto one of the slightly smaller islands in the boat, and then it's possible we may be able to, with magical means, make our way across the rest of the sea.
Seems no one's brought water breathing with them.
Water breathing. Don't tell me you can breathe underwater as well.
Well,
It's-
some people can cast it. I don't think anyone else can.
It requires a specialist type of magic to cast that.
Will you be doing the killing of the dragon?
Oh, yes.
Helping.
Dramos here. Use all the destruction.
I'll be helping as best I can.
Janus is very capable at hurting our foes, but then without our healers, those who can aid against the burns and damage, we will be lost.
Do what we can to keep everyone else on their feet, but sometimes it's not enough.
As I said, I just released the trailer for the That's on my phone vibrating.
Oh. That's a trailer for the new Dungeons & Dragons movie. I bet it's going to be shit.
It's got so many people in it.
And that is always a mark
Yeah.
of quality.
It's got Chris Pine and Hugh Grant and
Who's the writer and the director?
I know. Well,
You, Bob.
D&D shit. D&D just shared it.
Well, I'll watch it as soon as we're finished here, and then vomit. Right. You continue to travel upriver without much in the way of obstacle at all. And then you hit the first of the lakes as you talked about. It's unusual. You can feel the current change as you hit the lake. When you're on the river, the current was strong, flowing against you. And now that you hit the lake, it's stopped. While the water is flowing out at the outlet, once you're on the wide water itself, the water on the lake is moving, but the resistance isn't so much.
Recast a wall.
Okay.
So we're coming through this little offshoot to the side and then...
You're coming through here.
Okay, actually through that bit.
Yeah. It's not depicted on this being the large scale map, but if you look on the close up one,
Enhance. Enhance.
you're coming up here really, so you're hitting this lake here before you
Okay.
hit the main road.
Alright, cool.
I like how there are trees in the water as well. It's like the mangroves.
Really, what it is the bush tool, this large.
Yeah,
and it scatters.
Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah, it's a potato
I
stand.
just like the idea of it being like mangroves in that area. Probably be better down in the swamp, wouldn't it? Because that's more swampy surrounding.
Don't fuck with a lie.
You can actually see the remains of the original map underneath, where I haven't quite covered it earlier.
Yeah.
My immersion's broke.
Yeah. So, you're travelling out across the water.
Does that look like swampland on that side, or does that
This
look
side?
like, yeah?
No, this is all plains.
So it's transitioned from the marshlands into
Yeah.
plains, but just like low-lying brush sort of
Yes,
thing.
that's right. So
And
you're
then
looking at grassland over this side of the lake, and then this side, yeah, it's...
Yeah.
Any animals on the banks?
You do spot some animals as you're moving along. On the left-hand side of the bank, there you spot what you say to be a humanoid of some sort, just at the water's edge, a distance away from the boat, crouched by the water, with hands in. You see their head come up as the boat moves on.
I was thinking more like breakfast animals.
You do spot a few things. You spot a deer at one point, a wolf at another time, a few small rabbits moving at the side of the water. There are fish, seem to be plentiful in the water, moving beneath the boat. On some occasions, you hear them thump against the hull.
Is there rods? Can we try and fish
Rods
them
and
out?
nets.
Rods
Yeah.
and nets, yeah. Can we chuck a net in and try and...
Yeah.
I said, can I just dunk me mace and electrocute him?
Oh my god.
Do you need sustenance?
There's
There's
the
no fish
redneck
sauce
here.
there.
He's got there, yeah.
We,
Got a
it's
car
going to
battery
be a
next to
long
just-
journey
Yeah.
to
Every fish dead.
the volcano.
I
I suggest we take...
Take what we can.
Save our rations.
I'm
As
gonna,
much as
as we
possible.
travel along,
They're expensive.
I'm gonna cast good berry
They're a gold each.
and produce a number of berries in my hands.
Oh.
God, Father Howell needs this.
Everyone
Where
take
are
a
you,
berry.
Oh, Javindus.
Father Howell, can you cast?
Magic.
Could you cast good bacon?
Father Howell has at least 4 times as many good berries as
This is the fishing ship.
One
Julius.
berry will sustain you for the entire day.
I'll have one.
You just produced food out of thin air.
Yeah.
I don't have magic like these people. Mine is.
You have more than what she has. And, yeah, I can imagine you've got something.
This is a gift from nature itself.
Not from gods.
Not as I know it. I asked nature and she provides.
She shakes her head in disbelief.
Where we come from, we have a god of nature. Alive. She is goddess of elements and all that is natural.
So I'll hand out. It is up to 10 berries, so I imagine there's 7 of us, Laurie, and her, so that's 9. So
And the Cast horse. 10 and
I say one for the pony.
when
Where is
Altiva
he?
appears.
one for Altiva,
Yeah,
screw
where
it.
is he? Is he nearby? Is he depressed?
You can't see him.
Oh no.
I'm going to be.
Yes, mistress.
Alright?
Provides enough nourishment to sustain a creature for 1 day. Yeah.
I've just flown on ahead and just having a look. See if we could see the dragon.
The dragon?
Yeah, just see if we could see it. Anyway.
Don't go near the dragon.
But if I go near the dragon, I'm just going to be recreated.
But we aren't.
No, well, but if I see the dragon now and the dragon kills me, then you'll just make me again.
It costs me power to do that. Power that we need to fight the dragon. And it takes time. Come back, you're valuable to me.
It's unvaluable to me. Okay. Okay. I just thought it didn't matter if I died.
It does matter if you die.
I see. Well,
If the dragon smells you, he will likely smell us on
do
you.
I make a smell as like a conjured creature rather than an actual living
Yes.
creature?
Yes, you do.
Because I noticed that I've never actually smelled myself.
Well, no one smells you.
Well,
Are you flying back to me?
yes, mistress. Of course, you commanded it, so I'm coming immediately.
Good. Checking.
Coming.
You don't always do what you're commanded to do, you know.
Well, I thought I was a free-spirited creature, but
No,
apparently I've just been made for a purpose, and I will fulfill my purpose. I will be with you shortly. You see him in the sky ahead, dipping down loads of the water.
There's a good berry here if you want it.
Do I need food? I'm not sure if I need it.
Did you want it?
Well, I know that food tastes nice, but I'm not sure if I need it. Do I need food as a creator? Could I manage without food? Do I need to breathe?
I don't know. These are questions for you to find out for yourself. I
honestly don't know. I think he does need to breathe. I don't know.
He is an actual creature, so
Yeah,
he does have requirements of
yeah.
breathing and things like that.
Fuck out while flying. Straight in the water.
Yeah. If you want a good berry, Garzock has enough.
Well,
Do you?
So, in the meantime, you're just going. There's some rods, hooks, and you're dipping them over the side.
A brief mini game.
Do a mini game.
The old man in the sea.
I will take a survival check off everybody who is going to attempt some fishing.
I'm gonna plus
Oh, there we
three
go.
survival.
Because I'm concentrating.
Oh, nat one. Hook goes back. Another nat one.
I'm on the same side.
You two. We're priests of Darius.
I think get him out of the way now. Get him out of the way of the fishing.
Can I take a bit of time to think about the type of fish that might
So
be in
you're
this?
thinking about how this is going to, and especially as you glance around and see that Reinhold and Corum have both managed to get their hooks stuck in each other's faces.
This is harder than it looks.
Oh, is that barbed? Fuck.
I love the idea
seems
that she
that,
sees. Yeah.
It seems that magic isn't everything now.
No, it's much easier just to recreate food out of thin air, though.
How do you get on?
So no bonus for having a think about the fish and their habitat.
Are you hoping to give yourself guidance or something?
I was hoping to change it for a nature roll.
Yeah.
No!
Hell no.
You get the hook in the water.
Yeah!
But it's not baited.
Yeah.
I'm curious how I would have done. That one.
Oh my
shit.
God! Hooks
I don't know, I kind of
everywhere.
imagine Gartok over the edge trying to hook one out of the water with his hand.
Yeah.
Doing it
Even
bear
with that,
style.
I would have got 7.
Larry, punch a fish.
I'll give it a go.
But I wouldn't have done it. I want berries.
You're gonna do it Bear Grylls style. How long does that take me? 6 seconds.
23.
Oh.
Just wiggles his finger in the water, doesn't he?
Laurie punches the surface of the water, but the surface tension of the water is just too much, and the fish are just away from his hands. It's not working doing it this way.
I'm going to be watching that person with their hands in the water.
Okay, well, they pull their hands out of the water as they see the boat. They go a couple of steps up the bank and then sit down, pull something out of their pocket, and they seem to be fiddling with a couple of things in their hands, but the distance is too great for you to be able to make out clearly what they're doing. But they're clearly watching the boat.
Yep.
Corin, if you sort mine, I'll sort yours.
Just stay still.
It's under me cheek.
I just saw a woman in the water.
I've just been.
Sorry, what?
What?
I just saw a woman's face in the water.
Don't look at her.
I just did.
No, don't look at her.
How would I be able to tell you about it if I didn't look at it?
Don't look at the, don't look at the water
I'm
net.
going to get some cloth.
I'm moving into the middle of the boat.
Okay. Well, it's gone now anyway.
Not 'cause I'm a cat.
Whereabouts did you see it?
In the water.
Right, I'll go whichever side the boat is, and I'll go over to that side and I'll look over.
Did it have any shiny scales on the lower end?
No, it was a woman. She looked quite plain and not attractive in any way that I would find appealing.
I'll look.
Inside town.
I'm inside. Yeah, I'm all over that.
You go on the side. You can see some.
18.
7-11.
What attributes does Larry find attractive in a mate?
Well, probably muscles and missing teeth.
Teeth get in the way. Laurie is embarrassed at the prospect. You look over and you see fish moving around the boat, seemingly attracted to the way that the hull cuts through the water.
Oh shit.
Maybe you can make another go.
Was she alive or?
Oh, fuck's sake.
She was just there for a second, just as I was about to punch the water again. I saw the face, and then it went down.
Went down.
Down.
So it came up and then went down.
Well, I don't know about it coming up, but I just suddenly saw it. It's like I was looking here, and there's a fish, and here's my fist. My fist, and the fish, and my, I don't know if you can get a fish to prick. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. And then I notice over to the right there was a woman.
And I was surprised, as you would be, because you don't normally see women in the water.
I'm going to take a dagger and cut the line. I'm just going to leave the hook in there.
Okay.
You face jewellery.
I'm going to attempt to remove the hook out of my face.
Oh, make a sleight of hand check, please.
Not a medicine check.
No. You're trying to remove a hook from your face. You can't see it.
Yeah.
Owie, 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 owie!
No, there's 3 barbs on that, Corin.
Yeah,
Leave it in there.
You pull it and you feel like you can see this flesh of his face.
Yeah.
It's caught on the hooks.
Oh, nasty. What did you get?
My fishing attempt.
Yeah.
Natural one.
Oh my god!
There's something wrong with the fishing around here.
Shit at mini games.
There are.
Oh man, I can't believe it.
I can't believe that it is that
Javinus
hard a
is. There are
skill.
so many fish in these waters. It must be. It is easy.
Well, we need to get the hooks in the water first.
Can
They're
you
just
help
very
me?
fiddly.
Could someone hold the tiller, please?
I'll hold the tiller, and I'm gonna still keep an eye on that person.
Yeah.
Is there not a spell for this? She definitely removes the hook from your face.
Oh, thank you.
Me next. Me next.
All right, here we go. Okay, not so expertly. There's a bit of a rip and blood. That one was slightly more barbed. I apologise, sir.
Still beautiful. I'm still beautiful.
And how are you getting on? Have you caught anything?
I'm afraid I lost the rod. It was slippery in my hands.
Oh, there goes the rod I see.
It's a big one though.
You can go out and pick up the rod, but I wouldn't suggest it. Right, so we've got woman underneath. What are we doing about that?
Well, nothing. There is. We can't see one.
I can't see her now.
I'm gonna get Gremlin to go back in the other direction and have a bit closer look at that person.
Can we turn Gremlin into a fish?
It takes an hour.
Can turn somebody into a fish?
You want me to be a fish?
If you want to
I'll be a fish.
I do not.
First tell us what that person's doing, and then I'll turn
Right,
you into
no,
a
so
fish.
she has to live its full life.
Yeah, I'll send Gremlin over to have a. I mean, it's 120 foot back that I can see, and then it's gonna be a VHS recording of when it comes back.
Okay. So, what are we checking for exactly?
Does he look like a shifty motherfucker? What's he doing in his hands?
Okay. Make a perception check for.
It's Gremlin. I get advantage. That rely on hearing or sight. So that's somehow cocked. Check that out. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
17.
I want it from that way.
That's,
It's a
that's
17.
weird. 21 points of equilibrium.
Is that how that
18.
works?
18. Just pointed and it went in the direction.
It's
It's finally happening. We're watching Stranger Things too much.
Cocked.
Oh, I'll keep the 19.
Okay, good, but it's a woman.
Oh,
It's a woman wearing what looks like to be fairly plainish clothes, shawl over the shoulders, a piece of wood and a knife in hand.
We eat.
So start banking round.
Okay, she comes round. Altibo comes back at this point as well. So, very cool.
This is the last one. I can create more, but the last one for now.
Thank you very much.
You have to put it in my mouth. I don't have hands.
Oh, I thought you were.
He takes it. So I looked up ahead. There's a few boats on the water when it gets to the main sea part, but there's a I don't know what the proper word is. You know when humans they build something across the water to stop the water flowing through quickly.
And down. Is there any way through it, like a key or a...
There's a few people around it. Looks like a couple of buildings, and I could see 6 or 7 people. Beyond them on the main sea, I could see about 10 boats.
That's useful. Were there any boats coming through?
There's it looks like they've actually dug like an artificial channel, and you could put a boat through that. But the main part of it goes through this dam. Ordinarily, I'd suggest hoofing the dam, but
I don't think...
obviously the dam isn't evil.
No. No, it's not.
You're not my real mum.
It also... it's quite a large structure.
Dragons are quite large, but I wouldn't have hesitated to hoof it.
Okay. Thank you. I will stay close.
I will do. Is there anything else you need, Mistress?
No.
Okay.
Altivo says that the lake is dammed before it reaches the sea. And
Like
there
a
are...
demon or something. How's it done?
Altivo does want to hoof it, yes. No. No, there's some kind of blockade, and on the wall of that area there are buildings, humans. There are boats on this side and on the other side. Looks like there is a way for boats to go through, but we won't be able to do it without talking to people, raising attention on them.
Javinis, is this part of your tribe at the top here?
I don't go this far. You'll be people from one of the towns.
Okay. Right, so what we're doing, we're just gonna march up, say hello, we're gonna skirt around it.
We can sail up and talk to them, or
The people here will likely have some kind of agreement with the dragon
Yes.
because they live in such close proximity.
It's in its realm.
We know that the black dragon that we faced all that time ago got some kind of like gift from the creatures living near it in order for their safety. So we just need to be careful what we say to these.
Hold up. Sorry, just a little light bulb. The town we just come from has no monetary worth, and we've got a talker as a tribe leader. Maybe they're social.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say this kind of a little bit under the thing away from Javinis.
I have thought that.
He might be, as he's done with us, a pleasant talker.
So, also, just I can't remember who saw us. Did we see? Oh no, we know that Ravaran's people ran in this direction. We don't know where they went. Ugaro and Howl and that lot said that happened. And obviously, we've seen Ravaran in the dragon's lair before.
So what's our game plan?
I don't see why we can't just approach these people and
Yeah, do what we did before.
Yeah.
there's no reason to think that they are enemies.
No, I agree.
Yeah, well, we wouldn't be here speaking with Javinis if we had that mentality and dodged that town. So,
Yeah, I think just we need a reason to be here, maybe.
yes.
We are travelling upstream to the inland sea.
explorers looking for trade.
That would necessitate us carrying something for trade, surely.
Well, we find out what we are what the goods are up here, so we can take them down.
Yeah,
And
we have money.
we have coin. They may not know what coin is, but we find out what their resources are, what they are short of, and we enter a bargain that way.
I guess well versed in commerce, Dramos, but it will serve you no purpose in the afterlife.
Maybe I can barter my way for a spacier area for my soul.
Only with gifts to the temple, Dramos.
I have gifted many things to the Temple of God.
Which temple?
To the Temple of God, to the Temple of Darius, to the Temple of Imogen. I have been to them all in my short lifetime.
Good. Piety. But focus also has its rewards.
Sounds like you're trying to recruit me, man.
I am merely a humble servant. If I can recruit a few more souls to Gar, then
We'll be doing him well.
exactly.
As Althibo said, as the boat moves forward, dam comes into view. Wooden structure across the main mouth of the north end of the lake.
Sending Gremlin forward.
As Althibo said,
Yeah.
there's a couple of buildings to the side here, and then I see 6 or 7 people moving around,
Weapons.
or weapons.
What's the state of the armour? Plate.
Leather or plain clothes.
Left-handed or right-handed?
All left-handed.
Oh God, kill him!
Is there some sort of like lock or anything that's going to be accessible?
To the side of it, there's like a side channel, very angular, made like a canal, effectively. It would allow passage for boats, but the main thoroughfare there has been dammed up. Your boat gets closer and closer. What am I doing? Am I carrying on? Am I pulling to the side?
Keep going.
Let us put into the side at a convenient place. Is there a jetty or anything like that?
As you get closer, you can see there is, yeah.
I imagine they've seen us coming anyway,
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
so we'll just wait for them to instruct us.
Well, let us put into the jetty over there.
So if we've got about 10 minutes, I'm recasting Water Walk again, just in case we have a problem on the jetty.
You don't want to see what it's like when I fall in.
Yeah.
Boat
I'm tinnied up.
starts veering over towards where the jetty is, and you can see as you get closer, a party have made their way off the dam, down the right-hand side towards where you are. The lead man holds back the rest of his group. There's only 3 others with him. Makes his way down towards you. He's got short, cropped hair, stubbled face, a leather band around his head, and what looks to be well worn, worked in, sleeveless leather jerkin, shirt underneath. Shirts showing fair signs of staining and dirt. Not filthy, but used, lived in. Comes down towards the jetty, putting one hand up. Approaches you. Hello there.
Greetings.
I don't think I've seen you lot before.
We've not been this way before.
Well, my name is Kronos. I'm representing the interests of Wolf Pine in this area.
Wolf Pine, that is one of the small towns around.
Main settlement on the southern edge of the sea.
I've heard of it in our travels.
Well, it's unusual to get others come up this way.
It was a good
Interesting.
backwind.
Yeah. You're just what? What are you doing here?
We are travellers, we are explorers, we are looking for potential new trade for towns south of the lake.
You'll be wanting to go to Wolf Pine then? Well, by all means, step off your craft and I'll have you escorted to the town itself.
Oh, well, we
You go
wish
from
to
there.
travel through on our boat if that is okay.
We may not just go to Wolf's Pine. It'd definitely be a stop, but if there are other settlements, we'd like to go there as well.
It's not safe for you to be on the open sea.
How so?
It's a dragon. Dragon will set off on any ship that doesn't have the blessing of the mayor.
The mayor.
The mayor of Wolfspine.
What does a
Does
blessing
anyone
look like?
have any like food, cream or anything? Got a bit hole in my thumb. It's fucking sore.
Oh. No, I don't think we do.
Do we have any sample on that?
Pseudo
I don't
crab.
think so.
Something, I don't know, it's just fucking sore.
Go out to the Bootsby car.
Alright,
Get in.
anyway.
No,
Sorry.
no.
Yeah, if I was to let you through there and you're out into the sea, that dragon will be right down on you. Your boat will be torn into splinters.
What does a blessing look like? Is it a flag or?
Yeah, a small stone. Mayor issues it. We have it placed on the prow of any of the boats the dragon leaves us alone.
It does indeed seem a good boon to have.
Well, I'm thinking of you, of course. You're explorers and travellers here.
Can I inside check that stone?
Yes, you can.
It's not great. Maths 15.
Yeah, he's got no reason to. Doesn't seem to be being into it. I think I'll be happy to take you to the town and you can explore there. But I wouldn't feel right about putting your ship onto water where you're sure to be killed. Waste of lives, waste of a boat.
Yes, maybe you're right. I think it's maybe worth us visiting this wolf pine and seeing what opportunities there are that await us there.
What is your mayor's name?
I'm going to need to ask you your names. Where are you from?
Sorry, just trying to think of another tiefling's name. Which isn't Tenpenny, because that's made of mud.
I assume you're not saying that out loud.
No. My name is Tenpenny.
Not your neighbours. Pleasure to meet you, Tenpenny. My name is Krodos.
Krodos, not Krodos.
And who are the rest of you? And where have you travelled from?
My name is Balfield.
Belfield.
We have come from far to the south.
You seem well armoured.
Yes, it is. Lands are very dangerous. We've recently, well, not just last night, we were set upon by beasts out of the mountains.
The mountains are a rough place, true enough.
Yes, this was a difficult fight, but we managed to persevere.
Yeah, you seem to be intact. What about the rest of you?
Harbinger.
Harbinger. Strange name.
You're not the first person to say that.
Suppose I would be. And, rest of you?
Why do you want our names?
Well, you're strangers. Strangers here. If I'm to take you to where our people are, I'd like to know who I'm introducing.
Mal is my name.
Mal.
I'm a scholar.
Strange fit for a party with obvious warriors.
When trading, you should, and exploring, you should of course carry many different skills.
I suppose so. Makes sense to me. Not an explorer. Just happy.
He is documenting the creatures we meet and noting down the cities and the towns that we visit and taking notes of what they can trade and what they are short of, so we can establish trade routes and that sort of thing.
I see, Tenpenny. Well, you're going to see plenty of things to document if you carry on further north. You'll certainly see that dragon. Hopefully from a distance.
I hope so.
So who did you say the mayor of
Krennic.
Wolfmine was? Krennic.
I didn't say his name.
Oh,
I was getting your names first.
really?
But still, your name.
You can call me my lord. I'm paying for this whole affair.
Alright, well, that doesn't seem your name. And you're most certainly not my lord, but I'll indulge you. As long as I have a label to refer to you as. I'm happy.
Master Breyer.
And finally,
Oh, you need not worry about him. He is our captive slave. He does the heavy lifting.
slave?
You don't have them around here?
Absolutely not.
He's not so much a slave. He does get recompense for travelling with us.
I have paid him.
Miscommunication, perhaps.
There were slaves around this area when Morthel was pulling things. Now, word is he's gone. We'll have no talk of slaves. Anybody kept prisoner unjustly will be freed. Are you being held against your will by these people? Speak truthfully now.
Everyone knows I look, I'm very stern at people who said I was a slave. I'm fine.
Your word, sir.
I can take care of myself.
All right. If you did feel threatened in any way, you've only got to tell one of us. There are people who want to help. If we thought anyone was being held against their will.
I could easily snap the neck of anyone that thought me a slave.
Good enough, I suppose.
So Morthel held sway over these lands, did he?
Where didn't he?
I heard a rumour that he came to his ends down to the south.
That's what we've heard. Very interested to hear about what's down there. I've sent out a couple of parties, see what they come back with. But if you're from that way, perhaps you can tell us something. Krennic would sure love to hear about it.
Well, why don't you
Be able to
lead
tell
on
them a few things of what we have seen.
Yeah. Sure, we can trade stories.
Well, by all means, step off your boat. I'll be happy to take you to Wolf Pine. You can meet him yourself.
What's Jupinus doing at this point?
She's back by the tiller.
When he said that weird name, Harbinger, did I detect any sense of note? Like, did he note it, or did he genuinely
Bullshit
feel like
check.
it was a weird name? And that's my weird name.
You didn't get any recognition from him.
Our pilot here, she hails from a small village just...
Javinus.
Yes.
Right. Small village where?
Well, just to the south of here, further down the river.
Oh, you're from that backwater.
Well, that is, we have passed through there, yes.
Okay.
And will she be... well, I'll turn to Javinus. Do you wish to come with us, or do you wish to stay with the boat?
It would probably be best if I stay with the boat, ensure nothing happens to it.
Yes, okay. I'll turn to whatever whatever his name is.
Kronos.
Kronos. And
No pants for.
well, yeah, I've bloody closed it. She will be safe here, looking after the boat, I presume.
Of course. I'd like to think time of war is done.
9.
Right. I believe that war is never done.
Okay. Well, I'll be fine here with the boat. She looks towards you.
A 23 for my insight.
Yeah, you think he's being actually relatively sincere here. Given the context of his conversation, the whole thing, he seemed genuinely concerned about Gartok and the slavery thing. When he speaks about her being safe, again, there seems to be some genuine sincerity there.
Would be best if you stay, I feel. Practice the prayers that I can share with you. And a small amount of gold to trade, perhaps. Are we likely to be gone long, Kronos?
Well, depends upon yourself. I'll take you to town. You can speak to Krennic, and it's up to you what you do next.
How far is town?
The town is a mere couple of miles from here.
So
I presume we're getting quite late on in the day at this point as well, aren't we? So.
we woke up in. How long was the journey?
You've spent the best part of the day really doing the journey.
Okay.
I'll stop concentrating at this point. There's still a fair old wind.
Oh, it's blustery.
I'll leave her with 10 gold and the command to stay.
Okay. Gold in her hand, she closes her palm around it. I don't really. No. Okay. She'll be safe here. I'll talk to a few of the other lads on the dam. Keep an eye.
If anything happens to her, my friends will be angry.
Well, we'll want to see your friends angry. If anything does happen to her, it won't be because of any of my people.
It's reassuring to know. She has done us a great favour by bringing us upriver.
Right, well, she's moved north from that village. She's already taken a big step. Anyway, it'll be night soon, so let me just talk to my people and then we'll make the trip, eh? We've got taverns and hot food. You'll like it. And the mayor is a good host.
It's good to hear. Do you have any temples within the town?
We do.
Temples to who, may I ask?
We have a temple to Gar, Alai. We have a temple to Imogen.
So, well, this is good to know that you worship the gods. So, pulling my shield over.
Does anyone have anything remotely expensive on them? Yeah. At all? No gold, no gold teeth, no earrings.
All adornment-free basic equipment. The the weapons are swords, steel, with steel cross guards. No,
no flourishment.
no, nothing like that.
I am looking because from my background and stuff and speaking Draconic and stuff, I know dragons like shiny things. So I'm looking for anyone with wealth.
So in the group on the dam, no. And
as we're walking up,
Kronos doesn't as well. So if you go with him, he takes you around the side of the dam, and then you're on a path that follows the side of the river for a while, and then opens out into the southern end of the sea. It stretches on far into the distance. The light is dropping now, but you can see out to the north a red glow straight ahead of you, and smoke rising towards the sky. The volcano is out there within sight now. But off on the bank of the river, you can see the walls and lights of a town.
Does the dragon never bother you then?
Well, like I say, the mayor has an arrangement to prevent us getting rudely treated.
Oh, I did not realise that you could barter with the dragon.
Not something I would want to do. I, along with many of the townsfolk, are grateful that we should be, well, I suppose fortunate enough to have someone like Krennic who knows what he's doing.
Where's Krennic? Has he always been the mayor of the town?
He has. He was quick to make this arrangement. The dragon hasn't always been around.
Oh, indeed.
It's only very recently he put his presence into, well, but the mayor knew exactly what to do.
Very resourceful man by the sounds of it, this mayor of yours.
It is. The town grows larger and larger. You get close, you can see the main gates for the town and the wooden walls are open. And there are some people outside heading into the town now that nightfall's coming. You get to the gates and you can see the people inside. Close packed streets, wooden buildings. You can hear the sounds of what sounds like people talking loudly and singing in a nearby tavern. There are people moving left and right. Tieflings. 6, 7, 8, 12 of them maybe in the street, mixing with humans.
It's quite a lot, isn't it?
It is it is a lot. Also dwarves, but dark-skinned. Whole bunch of those moving through the street.
Any wealth. You stick out like a fucking sore thumb.
Takes you up the main centre street to where there's a large circular building at the centre of Wolf Pine. Again, all made with wood, but this is probably the tallest structure. There's guards outside. Just wait here a moment. I'll speak to the guards. We'll get you straight in here. Krennic will want to see you immediately. And he heads off away from you, leaving you in the town.
Grandma's going to follow him.
Okay. And
From a distance as well.
as he moves forward, I think that's where we should stop this time. We're coming up to 11.
Our asses are going to get robbed.
I don't look rich.
You're
good
in
armour.
plate armour.
But they don't
Half
have,
plate.
they don't have anything.
They're in
They had
rags.
leather and cloth.
No metal.
They look at you. They look at Harbinger in the same way.
You got a nice shield, you got a huge pouch.
Gremlin kicking about
Got a
somewhere.
very nice